Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, coming down like precipitation. I ain't never met a limitation. Hater plotting my elimination. Gotta go to Google for the information. I'm a superstar, so I gotta shine. Top dollar be the bottom line. Bottom feeding niggas out of line. Turn your heart rate to a dotted line. Yeah, my zodiac probably dollar sign. Got the energy to win it, my nigga, I'm feeling great. Got a date with destiny, focusing on my fate. I don't give a fuck what you rapping, you been a fake. I'm everything that they ain't, it can't be, it won't be. Wanna see me fall, I can't go, I won't leave. Coming from the block with plain clothes and police. Straight up to the top with bankrolls and rollies. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Ayy, 12 can't really stop shit, so I'm still pushing like a mosh pit. Ice dripping, think I'm hot shit. In a yellow bucket with the mop stick. I've been jugging jams like wholesale. Everything must go sell. Hitting bitches with the oh well. Need 100 million on the low scale. On my worst night, I'm the best nigga. Wouldn't mess with you, couldn't cap to him. Homie spotted me like 700, brought 1100 right back to him. If I can't do it, then it ain't real. I just make dollars, I don't make deals. I've been going hard in the paint, still blowing kush clouds till I can't feel like. Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? Ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? That's a bet, right? That's a deal, right? That's a deal, right? Got 5 on it.
Yo, what's good, people? What's happening? Can you hear me now? Can everyone hear me? There we go. Happy days. What's going on, man? Loud and clear, loud and clear. Pucker. My output is low. Shall I turn it up just a little bit? Can you hear me now? How's that? Maybe that. I'm just testing right now. Test, test, test. Price, pattern, rise, retrace, continuation. Good. Ethereum shouldn't be pissing you off, bro. Who we got in here tonight? Peter Storm, Brian, how you doing? Kano, Leroy, Randy, how you doing? Yeah, it's the weekend, guys. Monday, false move, week beginning. What's going on, Big Funk? Crypto Casper, what's good, man? Got a load of members in here tonight, guys. That's all good, man. Been seeing the patterns in your sleep. Believe me, I slept with those same patterns. Still sleeping with those patterns. Still waking up to W's and M's. You know? So what's been going on, people? How is everyone? That's a big loss, bro. BZ. Boy. Stick around, bro. Stay here, man. Stay here. New Retro. Galu, how you doing? Yo, guys, use the weekends to chill out. I mean, I've not done anything. Hardly been on a computer. I've done nothing, man. I just stayed away from the charts, everything. I just needed a reset. You know? You got to have these resets, guys. You know, during the week, you know, we are continuously on it. You know, Patreons are always getting updates. You know, everyone's always coming to the stream. It's just crazy, man. You know, you've got to have some time out. Time out allows you to absorb. You know, if you don't give yourself that time out, you ain't gonna absorb nothing. And then the effort that you're putting into understanding this game, it's just going to shit. There's no point. I guess the lessons learned, BZ. I guess you learned the lesson, man. You paid to play, you paid the price. But it's good that you're here. Yeah, if you look, guys, the best way around it, right, is this. If you're desperate to trade, right, don't risk money. Just practice at the weekend. Open a demo account. Start practicing. Seeing what M's and W's play out at the weekend. Do it for free. Practice for free. All right? I'm not telling you if you're brand new to trading, only stick to demo. I don't advise that because you're not going to be able to understand the difference between, you know, $10,000 in a demo account, you know, and the difference with it being in a live account. I mean, look, demo accounts, they usually start off with like $100,000, right? All demo accounts, near enough, right? And the thing is, right, unless you're physically going to be putting $100,000 into a trading account, you know, you're trading with money that you would never have an emotional attachment to. Yeah? If you're going to open a demo account, replicate your exact balance that you would have in trading. All right? Put that in and see what you can do from there. But that's no guarantee that how you perform on the demo account is going to be reflected in your live account. Nah, we're talking about a different ball game, guys. You know? Different ball game. I made that mistake. Yeah, I made that mistake. Oh, Ethereum. How do you do? Get some cocoa melon up in here. Here I am. Here I am. How do you do? Oh man, I've been spending too much time. Okay then, what have we got here? All right then, cool. So, just having a look at this. Maybe going to sleep, spending too much time listening, watching, still not really take lots of processing. Thank you. Guys, remember, yeah, if you're still new to this game, Solly Big, I got a pair of shoes coming to you soon, bro. If you are new completely to trading, right, don't, you know, absorb whatever information you can absorb. Okay, I lose my voice. Whatever information you can get from these streams, okay, write it down, process it, then apply it. Do not wait for the perfect pattern, the perfect entry. Don't think that the moment you come into this game, if your first trade is a loss, it's a bad omen. It's irrelevant. Your first trade's a loss, never mind. Let's open another trade and then another trade. All right? Do not make that mistake because I used to do it. Yeah, if I would start a new account, for example, I would go into a trade. I'll be like, right, I'm going to wait for the right trade, because if I win this trade, all right, it means that I'm going to do well in trading. It's BS. It doesn't matter. Every moment's unique. If you brought the book from Mark Douglas, all right, Trading in the Zone, you would know that every moment is unique. He says it, right? If you were to enter now in Ethereum, the next candle would be a different story. You know, you have to embrace uncertainty. That's the crucial thing, all right? Just remember, it doesn't matter whether you enter on this time frame, on the next time frame, whatever pattern you use, it doesn't matter. Every moment is unique to the next. All right. In other words, do not carry a previous judgment into an existing one, or one that you're about to take. All right. Because then you're married to the trade, you're married to the experience, you're married to the loss, and then you're going to be playing the chasing game. And how long is that going to last for? Remember, the market will always be there. Will your balance? Will your desire? Is the passion still going to be there? If you're getting hits and hits and hits all the time and losing money, are you still going to be around? Can you handle it? You know, that's why you just literally have to say, I have no control. All I know is how much money I'm going to put in. All right. And if it hits a certain point, I know how much money I'm going to make. I know how much I'm going to lose. It's important. You have to know how much you're going to lose before you start thinking about how much you're going to win. Yeah. Yeah, every single move. Every single move. Yeah, every move is different. Advanced entry system hack, okay. What have we got here? What have we got here? This small trade of 500k at 50x. Thanks, Tino. Nice. Can we see some real life trading action applying your methods? I feel like it's easy to talk about how the markets are and patterns. The problem is, Cash, what does my real trade do? What does it do for you? You just see where I enter and exit. What, so you can copy it? Where's the learning from that? Up till now, people have been making a killing by just me talking about the patterns. What benefit would you get? I'll gladly do trading. You know, I've got no hesitation. You know, how do you not know I already do trade when I'm on these streams? Who knows? Yeah. But ultimately, for me, with all that financial advice and all that stuff, I don't care about other accounts. I want to keep this account going. I don't want to be on the radar. You see, there are guys that whistleblow, that just report people. You know, if you go back through a few previous streams, we actually brought up the website, man. You know, you are, yeah, exactly. You are in control of what you do. I can't tell you what to do. Yeah. Good, Francesco. Yeah, that's it. This is it. Tino got you a 1K, okay. Can't train your eyes watching someone else placing an end. This is it, man. You can't train your eyes. Yeah. You can't train your eyes when I'm saying to you, enter here or exit here. How are you training yourself? Defeats the object. You know, by simply applying what I'm telling you to apply. If that's not enough, I mean, boy, but I understand why you want to see it, which is why I am going to do live trades, but I'm going to record them. And then I'm going to upload them as a video and explain to you, you know, the concept. I mean, if you do go into the channel itself, I've got videos of me discussing live trades before and afters whilst they're playing out as well. They're real-time live trades, and I talk about these trades. You know, I traded the US presidential election. I videotaped that, so go and have a look at that. It's in the channel, so check it out. Okay then. Yeah, Shane, man. Yeah, make sure you don't. Yeah, wait until the first. Okay, then, cool. Just before we get into some price action, who's asking me this question? Hold on. Whoops. Let me just bring this up here. Oh, perfect. Ethereum narrowly missed that range, man. That's so sad. There she goes. Took out that range nicely. Okay, let's have a look at Bitcoin sitting tight there. Okay, then, so someone asked me a question. Could you explain what is going on when you see a huge spike or a drop in on the 5-minute chart and then price goes back immediately to where it was, for example, what Litecoin just did. I mean, look, you're gonna, right, if I bring up Litecoin for a split second, oh, okay, I know what's happened here. Okay, you see that there? That was because there was a gap down. There was a gap down, it dropped down and came back up. Right, they closed the window. That's what happened. Now you can see why you don't trade weekends, guys. This sort of thing happens, man. These wild ass price action movements. You know what I do is I come on these streams in the evening just to really help you guys just get some clarity in what we're trying to look for, where we are. You know, you can see how the pattern, yes, it did play out, but it faked out. You know, they kept guys in this pattern. They knew guys were trading the break. You know, if this was during the week, boy, that pattern would have gained some ground. But you've got to understand as well, Bitcoin is still sat outside the peak formation, right? It's come back down again to test the 50-day moving average. You know, there's confirmation, and there's confirmation, man. It just gives you a snapshot of what's going on with the market makers. But we are, you know, we are actually going into a session. We've got Sydney, got Tokyo coming into play. So we've still got time yet. Still got time. The clocks went forward in the UK as well. All right, so we got ages yet. It's actually now 9:30. Half an hour's time, we should see Sydney open. An hour later, we'll see Tokyo, and we'll see how they respond to this price action. Yeah, I mean, guys, just look. Let's look at it like this. How are you guys, you know, how are you taking this information? I know who's doing good at it. You know, I know how many people are, you know, absorbing this information. And you know what? Fair play to the people that are just committed to learning this. It's crazy. I'll get on explaining those levels, Cody. You know, fair play to you all. But, you know, how are you all doing with this? Remember, because I'm just talking about my strategy. Well, it's not my strategy. I've just taken two strategies and merged them together, created effectively a hybrid. All right, and I know how to apply it optimally. So people are now applying it optimally as well. So I just want to know where are we standing right now, guys? You know, what would you change about the strategy? You know? Oh, sorry, yes, 10:30. Sorry, yeah. Yes, this is Bitcoin. This is the live chart of Bitcoin. Not really doing much. That's the zone you were stuck in today. Wow, that's crazy. I want to be at the point where I can trust my own moves 100%. Yeah, okay. Trust, that is a big thing in this game. You know, that's a big thing. Trusting yourself. But remember, guys, there is no static pattern. There are variations to the pattern. I keep saying it, and you know what? In time, you guys will understand. The purpose of these streams is to get you to visualize, all right? Train your eyes to see variations of the pattern. Variations of the pullbacks to the 50-day. Variations of when the 50-day and the 200-day come together. What do they normally do? You know, how to understand why when price drops from a move like this, okay, forms, comes back, tests the 50-day, bounces up, retraces back, and then continues. You know, how to understand the cycles. How do they play out? We know that we've just come from an M formation, level 1, level 2, level 3, peak formation. Now we're coming back. The last time, right? The last time Bitcoin touched the 800-day EMA, right? Let's have a look back. Let's bring it all the way back, okay? The last time Bitcoin touched the 800-day EMA, right, on the hourly was back in February. Now, you guys are probably sick and tired of me saying this, but it's so relevant, so important that you understand this, all right? Now, the 800-day EMA is the 4-hourly 200-day. Okay, look at the 4-hourly. Let me just smarten up the charts. Bring it in. Here we go. Right, cool. So here we go. 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly. Huge. They came back there. 50-day. Sorry, February. That's when they last touched it. All right. Look at the move away from it. Come back down again. Look at the move away from the 200-day. Look what ground they took. Yeah? Let's go back. Last time they touched, didn't even touch it there. Didn't even touch it there. Look, the last time they hit it there, back when Bitcoin was like 10K, all the way up. It appears to me that these big moves always happen from the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly. Now, I don't really pay attention to the 4-hour time frame. All right. In other words, I don't trade off it, but I'm just showing you guys this so you guys get, can understand. Yeah. Vegan, Vegemite, or Marmite? I mean, I like Marmite done. Your wife thinks you're a millionaire already. Taught me how to read the patterns and how to read them confidence when you come in and out, my friends. No worries, man. Crypto Casper, anytime, bro. Anytime. Take it easy, New Retro, man. Take it easy. Yeah, remember, they always, every month we have a dip. We recover by at least 12K. There you go. There's a fun fact. You know, face cam at 20K. I've been advised not to reveal myself. And that's a solicitor. Yeah, that's how deep it goes. Now, the RSI. Tina sits punished from watching penance watching zones, but he never enters a trade until the Toblerone is made. Until the Toblerone is made. That is nuts, man. You always come with these lines, bro. You always come fresh with these lines. Alright then, cool. Where are we at? So the Asian session right there. That's where it began. This is the new range, guys. This is the market makers range. Yeah? The Hong Kong, the start of the week for crypto. The range itself, the key number is 56589. You know what, guys? Get this number down and put it on your charts. All right? Get this number down and put it on your charts as a main number across the screens. Okay? Use the same chart or refer back to it. Get this number down. 56610. Yeah? 56610 is the psychological high for the start of the week. Get that down. All right? I'm going to do the same on here because I haven't got it on here. 56. Right there. I don't understand why it's not coming up on my chart. I'll make it green anyway. And then the next one. Right, have we got that down? 56610. Yep, there you go. 56610. Everyone get that down and draw it on your charts. And make sure it stays there. Or at least keep that chart available for yourself. Alright, just make sure you draw it on your charts. Yeah, sure, Leroy. Look, these two zones here take the start of the week. So in crypto, sorry, in Forex, right? Look, in Forex, okay, the start of the week, okay, if I zoom in, look, if I zoom in, you can see the start of the week, okay, is the, what on earth is this? There we go. The start of the week, right, is the first Asian session. Okay? The first Asian session, right, is the start of the week. And it's the start of the range that the market makers decide to set the spreads for the week. Right? This is where they set the zone. All right? Is price going to pull away from this and then come back to it? Is price going to completely go away from it? Or is price just going to stay around it for the whole week? We won't know. Okay? But it's the first range of the week. All right? Because they know that guys coming into the market are like, yeah, man, let's go. Let's continue from last week. All right. Market makers have new targets every single week. All right. They look at their books. No different to a person when they're running their own shop. They look at what they did last week and they look at where they want to go for the following week. They look at their stock. All right. The market makers look at what they've got and they say, okay, this is our target for this week. We need to move X amount of billions across dollar yen and we need to put it into gold, or, you know, they have this conversation, right? And the way they achieve that from the start of the week all the way through to the end of the week is they do it by starting and forming a range right here. And it's always the Asian high and the Asian low that effectively gives you the true psychological zone for price. All right. So let me just go back to Bitcoin. So you guys got that number, yeah? D Chunda, how you doing, brother? Did you guys get that number? Right, Razmata, we won't know. Yeah, we won't know. We can't say that it's a psychological zone that will never be hit. What I'm saying, yeah, it's a zone where if the market makers have absorbed liquidity in this area, or they've trapped liquidity in this area and they don't want it to go up here, then price will either test it and pull away, or it will test it and break through it. All right, if they have intentions of inducing guys to go higher. It's a true, this is where you should be drawing your psychological support and resistance, not just the random ones that you see over here like that, or you just pull up one high and then pull up another low and hope price is going to break it. Nah, man, that's not what we're about. We're about the psychological zones. It's where the market makers decide to stop price from going any further up and stop price from going any further down. All right, that information is critical, because if you know where the market maker doesn't want price to go, all right, you know that he's going to be bouncing from that zone. That's not to say that by price coming back into this zone, it's going to completely stay away from it and break to the higher side. You know, that'll be great. Happy days. But it's just it's a measure. It's a true psychological area of support and resistance, because it's the market maker's support and resistance, because inside of that is their spread that they start price off in the week. They start the range off in this area here. It leads on till Monday, goes all the way through to Monday, and then Tuesday they work out what they're going to do. All right. So we've got that number there. Yeah, we've got the 56610. Give me a 1 if you've actually got it. Tell me if you've added it to a chart so we can go to the next one. Yeah, got it. Hi, life. What's going on? 11111. Happy days. Okay, then. So I'm going to give you the other one now. Here we go. The next line, the next zone is the 55564. All right. Keep it on your chart. Normally, price prints all the way across, all right, as the session progresses. Now, what's really good, yeah, is the fact that what I'm understanding from what I've seen before, the fact that this is very close tells me, it gives me the story so far, what the market makers are planning. It does give me the story, you know, and as you guys become proficient in this strategy, you too will understand what's going on here. All right. Wonderful. Okay, what we got here? Let's go have a look at Ethereum as well. Let's do the same for Ethereum, guys. Let's do the same for Ethereum. So Ethereum has, get this level down. Ethereum has the same level, all right? That is 1730. 1730 is the psychological high for Ethereum. Get that down. Anyone else getting turned? Maybe, market maker, maybe. You know what? YouTube have updated their T's and C's, and they're trying to cut down on the tobacco, you know, the tobacco story of on channels. So that could mean that I can't really be vaping, you know, which is kind of bad, man. But I'm going to see where, you know, I don't want to bring anything. How do we calculate it ourselves? Tim's, the way you calculate these zones is just take when the high from the start of the crypto market. All right, it usually starts on, when does it start? It started there. Sorry, it started here. It started there. So it started on the 28th. So on the 28th, so it would have been Sunday. So last night, Sunday morning, early hours, 12 a.m. Sunday. That's when the market starts in crypto, 12 a.m. Sunday. Okay. Now, the way you work out the range is you wait for the high to be established. Wait until price completely pulls away from the high. Once the first high has been made, you form your zone. All right. And then once the first low has been made, you form your zone. Okay. Then from that point, you determine, because look, you notice here, it pulled back and came back again. That didn't extend lower. It's always the first high and the first low of the session. Okay? That's how you do it. But yeah. Is it related to the concept that if the high doesn't break 69 minutes, it will probably not hit for quite a long time? Principally, yes. But that's not always the case. I've understood, I understand what you're saying. And I've tried to apply that. And I've seen that the high does get taken out. See, look. The low hasn't been hit. The low's been hit there and it's pulled away from it, but then it got hit again here. Yeah? So you could apply that concept, but it's not really that sound. It's what you want to wait for is you want to wait for price. Okay. As the week progresses, you refer back to this zone and you ask yourself, do the market makers favor that or what? All right. Now, if you looked at the previous session, high and low, you could see that it was roundabout up here. Okay. And price near enough came back to it. Remember, the market makers during the week in Forex, that is, usually bring price back to this zone. They usually do bring it. Let me just have a look here if they do it. If I've got the view on here. No. It hasn't continued all the way yet. Oh, shit, man. I should have set the zone then. Right. My bad. Right, I haven't activated it on there. But that's fine anyway. Usually what happens is you can see the lines as they go through for each session. But no, I haven't got it in. Anyways. Okay then, so right, Ethereum. Sorry, let me get that one zone for you for Ethereum. So you've got that one there, yeah? Hold on. Where is it? Shit. So you've got that high for Ethereum it is 717. Where is it? Yeah, 1730. 1730 high and the 1698 is the next one. There it is, sorry. 1698 and 1730. That's your zones for Ethereum. So make sure you get that down, guys. What's good, Mike Dutch? What's good, man? Jared, what's up? Hands up, what's happening? Menescal Fernandez, how you doing? You love my IQ. I'd like to know my mind on XRP. I'll have a look at XRP in a bit for you. Right now, I'm going to break down Ethereum and Bitcoin and see what's going on. Let's start off with Ethereum first. Now, let's start off with Bitcoin, man. Let's just get Bitcoin out of the way because she's doing some good numbers for us. Okay, then. So, let's see what happens. So, everyone agrees that we've got the W formation right here. Okay. Bitcoin numbers are 56,598 for the Asian session. Sorry, for the high of the week, the range. And the low is 55,558. Bring it up there. 55,564. Sorry. Let's do 55,564 and 56,610. Play the video back in a bit and you'll get it. All right. Cool. So here we go. So what can we see? Right. So what you got to understand here, guys, as well, right, is you've got effectively price ideally came out of this zone here. All right. It broke out. Now this is a gap up. All right. Which is a little bit crap, but it's filled the gap, no doubt. But it's also filled the gap and come back to the 50-day moving average. It's now tested the M3. This is the M3 point that we need to see because when it broke out from this zone here, When it comes out of the zone, you want to see if it gets confirmed. Because if it comes out of the zone and doesn't continue up, okay, then the first thing you want to do is you want to test the M3 point. All right. So on the pattern itself, in terms of an entry, when it breaks out of the zone, if the next candle preceding it doesn't show aggression to the upside, then you're going to be seeing a pullback, which is good. Okay. But we are where we are right now. It's the weekend. Hold on, Tina, can you explain why the first retrace back to the 50-day doesn't class as a level on Bitcoin? Well, it does class as a level. Look. Oh, this one here. Now, this one doesn't class as a level. All right. The reason being is because you're coming out of the W formation. All right. This was too much of a fast move. That was the pump out of the zone. They just needed to get out of the zone quickly. Okay. They pulled back and then continued up. The 50-day moving average, okay, on the hourly is the barometer. Okay. However, what you want, okay, is you want price to come back and test it whole, you know, show a massive consolidation. When I say massive, you want it to really consolidate on its way to the 50-day, you know, and that's exactly what they've done here. Because you look, it's a fast move out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, that was 9 candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there's a lot of candles there. And the 200-day was effectively the near resistance. All right. So what would you prefer? I mean, granted, you can take this as a trade. Don't get me wrong. It's all about your variation of understanding on how you apply the pattern. Yeah. Naturally, I mean, I would enter here. Granted, there's a test of the 800-day EMA, which is the 200-day moving average on the 4-hourly. I would enter here because price closed above the 13-day EMA. I'll make my entry long and ride it to the 200-day moving average. All right. But the reason why there's nothing to say you can't use this as level 1. All right. I just set it so that I can get better guarantees, because when price is below, when the 50 days below the 200-day moving average, all right, you know you're going to be seeing resistance to this point. So I'm not going to let that area here convince me that that is a level 1. I want true confirmation. I want to see strength that they want price to go higher. So by that, I wait for price to come up, test the 200-day, and then come back to the 50-day. And then when price moves away from that zone, okay, I'll have my answer. All right. And that's exactly what happened. But we had the weekend and then it just stayed in one zone for a bit. All right. So you could say that that was effectively a fake, not a fake out, but a weak breakout. But now look what's happened. Ironically enough, we've come back to the 50-day moving average again. All right. So we can effectively say, right, that this could be the new level 1, or is it the level 2? No, because it's come up, but it hasn't made a clean break to the upside and it's come back into the zone. So this whole area here is level 1 still. All right. So we reevaluate the situation. That's up. Now we've got retrace. Hold on. Drop that there. We've got retrace. Continuation to the upside. Now, don't be angry. All right. Do not be angry if that happens. That just shows you that, you know, anything can happen in this. Every moment is unique. The beauty of this pattern is it allows you to update and get, you know, set your zones and sort everything out in real time. All right. You know, because for example, if you had, let's take a, it's sort of like the Fibonacci. All right. Where you wait for the high to be formed. If the high isn't formed, then it continues to go higher. You move the, you move the Fibonacci tool to the upside, and then you wait, and then you wait, and you keep moving it and keep moving it. But the benefit of this is this, right? The pull up, it gives you where, it effectively tells you where you are in the cycle. That's the good thing about it. You'll know what level and what cycle you're in once price consolidates to the 50-day and then comes back all the way to the upside, you know? So, did we get all of that? Yeah, Jesper, look, Monday is the false move week beginning. Yeah? There's no conspiracy theory. Who the market makers, exchanges, they all work together. They do. They're all, look, these market makers are, you know, they're in conversation with banks. They have conversations with everyone. They run algorithms that effectively execute trades, thousands of trades per second, a minute even. All right. These guys move the markets. These guys create the time when you want to buy something. They're there giving you the liquidity to achieve your purchase. Remember, you can't come to a market and just be like, hey, I would like someone to just, you know, I want to buy dollar yen, for example, and hope that some magic liquidity comes around. It's the market maker. You know, when you come to buy at the market, he gives you a sell contract, because he can't give you a buy contract. You know, because when you want to make money on your contract, you need to tap into the liquidity of the contract that is opposite your contract. Yeah? That's how it works. Right, what's going on here? It's hands up. Mike, are you playing that game? Why is the psych zone not during the green box for the Asian market on Bitcoin? I just haven't added it to this one. All right, I haven't added it to this one. No, because I'll tell you why on Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin starts here. The new week starts here. It starts on a Sunday, 12 a.m. All right, so Saturday evening going into Sunday morning, 12 a.m. That's when Bitcoin starts its week. All right, this is Asia, right? Because remember, the Asian markets aren't open on a Sunday. All right. I thought banks and hedge funds are the markets. No. Banks and hedge funds are deemed as retail traders, man. Yeah, they're the ones that give the money to the market maker. The market maker takes that money, uses it to fill orders. He takes a profit from that by, you know, exploiting the spread, right? He also built his own positions with that money, all right? There's two types of money, smart money and dumb money. The smart money is the market maker's money. The dumb money categorizes the following. Your average Joe retail trader, all right? Banks, hedge funds, institutional funds, yeah, governments, pension schemes, insurance pools, you name it. All these guys come to the market, throw money at it. Market maker makes the market with that money. That's how it works. There's no conspiracy. It's a legitimate thing. Would I talk about the psychology of a trader, how to protect ourselves against greed or FUD, and how to maintain diamond hands? Well, look, I'm not going to lie to you, right? I'm not going to lie to you and say to you that there is one fixed way of thinking which will stop you from being a human being, right? I can't cut your emotions, my friend. Your emotions are biofeedback mechanisms, all right? They're from biofeedback mechanisms. In other words, if you go and put down high leverage on a trade, all right, your body starts to feel, you know, your body's temperature rises, your heart rate starts to go up, and the result of that bio mechanism of what's just happened in your body is translated into fear, all right? So you're pretty much getting fucked both ways, right? Physically and mentally, yeah? If you expose yourself to those physical elements, so anxiety, you start, perspiring, heart is racing, you're glued to the screen, you're taking short breaths, you ain't even blinking, all right? That effectively translates to an emotion. That emotion is fear. It can lead to greed, So really, how you manage your expectations in trading is all down to what you decide to do with your cash flow. If you want to start using leverage, bang, in the back of your mind, you're using leverage because you want to make quick money. Well, this is not a get rich quick scheme and you will be crushed. Give your money to charity if you're going to come into this game without an understanding of what leverage is. All right? You got to be careful with leverage, guys. Understand what it is. All right? Can lead you to knots in your stomach. This is true. It's also the fact that today's move are more green candles, at least in the trading view of indicator, an indication that we are still in level 1. Look, notice here, this move coming out of the W formation, okay? The first move out of the W formation is level 1. Now, this is a true consolidation for level 1. All right. The reason why is because this first breakout and retrace to consolidation level 1 on the 50-day, it broke out, but it didn't continue. Granted, last week, okay, only a couple of days ago, we saw this. We were going to decide whether or not if we could trade it. And you can trade it. You know, you could have traded this. But it's all down to what your understanding of the market is. Do you want to try and make a home run every time you see a pattern? No. Yeah? So if you were to... Right, here we go. Watch this. Right, let me just do this for you guys so you can understand what I'm talking about. All right, let me bring this up for you. All right, and cool. Wait there. All right, let me bring up this chart, this nice clean chart. Okay, cool. Wait there. Watch this. All right. So you can see this, right? Okay. So granted, yeah, we've got a W formation right here. Yeah, King Josh, don't worry, man. I'm going to talk to that. I'm going to give you my projections, guys. Yeah. So look, Bitcoin comes up, tests the 50-day moving average, right? Comes back, breaks out. Now, you could have taken that trade. Yeah? You could have taken that trade. Rise up on the break of that high right there. Okay? You could have taken that and you would have earned yourself... I mean, how do I do it? I'm guessing that's how you do it. Yeah? So, if you were to just take it from the high there. Alright, so, look. How many points is that? 2% rise? Is that how that works out? I don't even know how to use it myself. Yeah? That would have been effectively your target as such. Okay? How would you known when to get out? Simple. Drop down to the 15-minute time frame. All right. Notice, what do we see? I mean, look, if you're not satisfied with earning money, right, from the break of that point there, if you're not satisfied with that, this strategy is not for you guys. Yeah, because look, had you have entered on the break of that, okay, entry, rise out, retrace, you would have seen a little bit of a drawdown, okay, and then continue up. All right, you would have been able to close that. Now, this is the 13-day EMA, this blue line here, if you can see it. 13-day EMA, the 5, okay, would be a little bit higher there, okay? Do you know what? I'm just going to change this and turn it into the 5 for the time being, just to help you guys see it, okay? But, worst color to change it to. There you go. Okay, so you can see the 5 EMA, right? An exit from this pattern breaking out, okay? Because once it breaks out, you could have taken a profit. And the way you would have taken a profit is when price effectively comes and tests the 5 EMA and closes below it. So you would have either taken your profit maybe as it broke down from there or broke down from here. It's up to you how you determine when you're going to take a profit out. But if you were to just trade this completely and wait for price to come back and test the 13-day EMA or test the existing zone, okay, you would have been able to ride this move all the way to the upside. And when price closes underneath the 5 EMA right there, as you can see it, that would have been your exit. You would have lost a lot of money on the line. You would have left a lot of money on the line, okay? But remember, close your longs when price is rising up. Don't close your longs when price is dropping. Close them as price is rising up, because you're then getting the maximum amount of money from the trade. Yeah? Commish. Nice one, Paul. You know? Guys, look, scrap, you know, look, the altcoins, look, I've got a few altcoins, but I'm taking all my money out of altcoins. All right? There's one coin that I am going to be holding, and that's Fetch. All right? I'm going to be holding that coin, but other than that, I'm going to be going into staking, guys. I ain't going to be leaving my monies, like, just sitting around. And we focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum because that is where they move the money. All right? That's how they, you know, that's what they're going to be moving. All the other altcoins, they're going to be sitting tight, waiting for Bitcoin and Ethereum to make their move. Yeah? Cool. Right. Where are we? Hold on. Let me just switch back to the screen so we can break down charts. Right, did you understand that concept, guys? Yeah? Give me a hey if you did. Hey ya. Yep, you enjoyed that, Pucker. Wicked. Wicked. Okay, I should be looking at closed trades at the end of the pins. So should I be looking to close trades? Guys, can you hear that interference in the background? I've got a fan on. Can you hear that? Is it actually disturbing you at all? Please let me know. I think it's a little confusing, but I'll get it. Glenn, keep going over. Keep going over the streams, my friend. So, yeah, BZ. Level 1 starts. When you've got a W formation, level 1 starts to break out. They need to come out of the zone. All right? How many? Give me a 1, okay? If you guys understand why price needs to come out from the first, as the second leg from the W, give me a 1 if you understand why price needs to move out of the zone. Give me a 1 if you understand. Give me a 2 if you don't. Can't hear it? Cool. You can hear it, but no issue. Oh. J Records, the reason being is because I want to start a bank. Courtesy of PC Shed. Right, I'm seeing a lot of 1s, a couple of 2s, Joe, man, I do it as well, man. Don't worry. Music disturbing though. Okay, we'll just turn the music down a little bit. Here we go. Don't worry about that. Okay. Just need to call out the room. Market maker to build a sure. 1, 1, 2s. I'm seeing a lot of 2s. I'm guessing. Okay, cool. You don't clearly understand the zone. Okay, cool. So the guys that are putting in the 2s, is this your first time coming into the stream, or, you know, give me a 1 if it's your first time you come into the stream. Give me a 2 if you've been popping in. All right. So that way I know where I stand with the next topic of conversation. How you doing, Paul? How you doing? Okay. 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 Saw it yesterday and watched some videos last night, but still trying to understand your zones. Okay, cool. I'll be honest with you. Hear it, but too low. Maybe people with headphones hear it, but don't worry. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm going to turn it off in a sec. I just need to call off this room. Okay, then. Cool. All right, then. The reason why... Right, that music is loud. Sack that music off, all right? I just need you guys to focus. All right, here we go. So the reason why we need to... Hi, Tina, GRT. Okay, yep, okay. Cool. Let's focus on Bitcoin and Ethereum for the time being. Here we go. So the reason why price needs to come out of this zone, all right, is because they've been trapping money coming on to the downside right here, all right? When you understand what a pattern does and the psychological effect of the pattern, you know, you're able to understand what's going to happen moving forward, because remember, market makers also need to make money, all right? Joseph, I mean, that's a wild question. I wouldn't even know, man. I wouldn't know, because I'm not too keen on the fundamentals of cryptocurrency. I know what to buy in the sense I look at its chart, or I understand its utility as a coin like Fetch. But other than that, I don't dive into worrying about what's going to happen with one coin against another. It's, you know, it's too much. All right. So I hope that establishes that. So yeah, you know, put your miners in the basement, bro. Right, I'm turning it off now. All right, cool. So yeah, market makers also need to make a profit. All right. Now, the way they make a profit is by building their positions. Remember, market makers will never sell at the lows, they will always buy at the lows and they will always sell at the highs. That's how they do it. Okay? So, check this. When price drops, market makers build their longs. So look, the red candles imply that the market makers are stepping in. What we understand about these red candles is it's tick volume. It's how many times has price exchanged hands at that point in time. When you see that high exchange rate of pricing, you know market makers are exchanging hands. They're fulfilling contracts, because a retail trader can't do that. You know, he can't move the market. The market maker uses their liquidity, okay, the retail trader's liquidity to move the market, okay? So you know it's market makers. So vector 1, 2, and 3. And also 4. You could even count 1, 2, and 3, because that obviously looked like a snapback in price, okay? Now they've been getting their longs at lower prices. They need to realize a return on them. So what do we see? We see the W formation coming back out, all right? When they come up to the moving average, you see the aggressive move to the upside. They need to get out the zone. Why? Because if they give the retail trader the impression that price is going to still continue to go down to the downside, all right, the market maker will have to fulfill that obligation, and there'll be more retail traders' orders coming in, and the market maker will have to put himself in a position where he'll have to fulfill that to maintain the balance in the market. So what he does is he spikes price back, brings it back up, and creates this zone here. Okay, when he creates this zone, he then starts to slowly and progressively move out. He then shifts out of the zone and then brings price all the way up. Now look, where are we? Price has now formed a high, okay, and it's now pulled back to the 50-day moving average. Notice how it failed. It happened here, which you could have traded. Now it's happened here again. Now the 200-day and the 50-day have kissed. Now we are going to be seeing whether or not the market makers favor higher prices to the upside. The only reason why we can have the impression that they're going to the upside is because we are still in level 1. Price is still in level 1. All right. We are expecting based on the cycle. All right. So if we understand the cycle, let me bring up my chart. All right. Let me flip the screen for those who need to understand. This is good homework for the guys who already know this stuff, man. Yeah. Keeping the pattern in your mind. That's what you got to do. The cycle. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Rise, retrace, rise, retrace, rise, M formation, drop, rise, W formation. All right. So right now, where are we? We are at the start of the week here. Okay. We've effectively done the W formation, which was formed on Friday. All right. We've come out of the zone, level 1. We anticipate another move to the upside. Once that's achieved, we've got level 2. All right. Usually at this point here, price would be either at a 50-day moving average. Okay, and then from that point on, it will move up, and then it will form the weekly reversal point. All right, so we could see an M formation appearing during the week. Once that M formation appears, price will drop and repeat the same pattern. Okay, drop down again, and then towards the end of the week, they could either continue with the W formation to start the week again in a pattern, or they could wait for an extension and drop price lower and then form the pattern and move to the upside. All right. How did you draw level 2? Level 2, the way you determine level 2 is price needs to come out from level 1. Yeah, can you see the pattern there? Let me get rid of that. Can you see the pattern? That's level 1. Rise, level 2. Level 2 is confirmed when the retrace from level 1, okay, has broken out, taken out the level 1, moved ground, and then price comes back but doesn't take out. So this should be shorter. So this consolidation, this retrace here doesn't go back to level 1 right here, although it can do that. Okay. All right. It can come back to this zone. If it does come back to this zone, it will be deemed as a reset. All right. Because if it comes back all the way down to here, okay, you've got a reset. So you're granted you're going to probably see another pattern form, maybe a smaller W, all right, just to get things started. And then price will then try and go up and finish the week, start the midweek reversal at that point. A midweek reversal is always on a Wednesday, all right? It's always on a Wednesday because it's the focal point of the week. It's the center of the week, all right? Sometimes they can roll it out onto a Thursday, all right? But usually it's on a Wednesday. That's the important thing you've got to understand. You've got to wait for that. So when you come to level 2, all right, or you've completed a level 2 and price has then from this zone here, all right, it's gone up and broken out and made new highs, all right, you can then say to yourself, okay, it's Wednesday tomorrow, price is at a high, I'm expecting a peak formation, a midweek reversal. So price could form a small small M pattern, drop down to a moving average from there. Because haven't you guys noticed every time we see an M formation, all right, price always comes back down to test the 50-day moving average when it effectively tests that zone. So let me just get something. How do I do a drawing? How do you do it? I don't even know how to do it. Shit. Brush. Can you do brush? How does a brush work? So, there you go, look. Right? So that hypothetically would be a right, let me just delete that and do it like this. So that would be a 50-day moving average. All right? This is important, guys. What are you doing with the fan? Yeah, do we see that? Yeah, this is important. This is really going to help you understand, okay, how to work out the weekly cycle. All right. So this is the 50-day moving average hypothetically. All right. When price forms a pattern in the midweek, okay, the M, for example, the M formation usually brings price back down to the 50-day. Once it brings it back to the 50-day, okay, let me just move it. Yeah. Once it brings it back to the 50-day, usually, if the intention is there to continue higher, they will form a W formation and then continue back up. That can be deemed as a midweek reversal. Okay, so price pulled away, reversal back up. All right, and that's what we've been seeing a lot of, because usually we'd anticipate that the M formation would play out, drop, retrace, and then form a W. But what we are seeing is market makers come back to test the 50-day moving average here, and then they form a W formation and then move out. So they effectively skip this week, these two levels. All right. The real true levels that you're going to see, okay, are going to be when you've completed a full M, a bigger M formation. So let me bring it up to you right here. Man, you guys are getting the schooling tonight. Tonight you're getting refreshed. Here we go. So let's look back at Bitcoin. Here we go. Look at these levels. All right. You've got a big M formation for Bitcoin right here. Let's move out. There's your M pattern right there, if you can see that. Okay. So from there, price drops, aggressive move to the downside, retrace, level 1. Level 1 is done by coming back to a moving average. Then the way level 1 gets confirmed is if it breaks the previous zone that it hit. So that was the previous low from level 1. Level 1 started here. Level 1 finished here. Yeah, the way you confirm that level is price needs to break down. And that would be, okay, let's start level 2, right? End level 2. Drop level 3. Has to come back down and take this area out. Peak formation right there. Yeah? Where are we right now? Here we go. What's our projection point for Bitcoin right now? Well, look, she's coming in. She's forming a balance on the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. Are we going to see Bitcoin continue back to the upside and complete the pattern? She's about to take the psychological zone. The psychological low, which was the start of the week low from Sunday. That was Sunday's low. Okay? And then, well, what we want is price to just continue to the upside, because right now it's effectively tested the M2 and it's at the pivot. The M3 has been tested, but price has come back down. Now it looks like they're going to want to confirm the M3 point. Now from the pivot point, with M3, we are projecting that Bitcoin should complete to the range daily high, which is the M5 point. It all depends on what she does from this zone here, which the M5 is in line with our projections. I've got 57, and then we got 60 up there. So yeah, we should see a projection point from that. Well, we should see the projection hit in that zone up there. All right. Let's have a look here. Let me just go and get myself. Well, what's this? I'm missing it, guys. I'm trying to get this across to you guys. Any thoughts and knowledge on them? Jonathan, just chill out with that, man. Don't worry about that. Sunday school, you know. Now I understand why people say the greatest strength of the market is its liquidity. It's all about liquidity. If you want to buy, there needs to be a seller. If you want to sell, there needs to buy. Robert, it's exactly that. Exactly that. XR pump. What's that? If you're a billionaire and you see us all small people hungry for fiat, if we get the fiat, they lose fiat. It's simple. That's why I support any Wall Street bets pumps. Fair enough. For this week, why is level 2 and not 3? Because we are all retraced twice. Don't worry. Look, first to fire. Look, the retrace, okay, from level 1 right here. Look, the way you determine a retrace to the 50-day moving average and whether or not it's valid in line of the cycle, all right? Price needs to come out aggressively from the pattern. That's what happened here. Okay, so she's come out. Granted, she pulled back very quick there, but that's a small consolidation. They're not building anything there. They're just taking quick profits. They favor higher prices. Bang, they move price up. Look at the lows here. 800-day EMA. Look what they did. 800-day EMA. Pin to the low, pin to the low, pin to the low. Price closes above the 5 and the 13-day EMA and the 50-day moving average. Price comes back, retests it, and then breaks away from it. Happy days. Goes to the 200-day moving average, repeats the same thing, comes back, spikes the low, then gaps up, takes out the previous high, and then holds the zone, and then comes back one more time to test the 50-day moving average. We are going to be coming back to the upside because we've got this previous zone right here that needs to be recovered. All right? If we drop it down to the 15-minute time frame, what do we see? All right? Let's have a look. See up here? Can you see that there? That is a zone where the market makers previously started building their longs. So let's bring price over here. And what zone is that? That's the M4. Yeah, they started building their longs in that zone. Where else did they start building their longs? Can we see it over there? Level 1. Can we see? Yeah, we've recovered that area there. Fair enough. Level 1's up there. The M formation. I mean, that is the absolute high zone. I mean, even dropping off down here as well. You know, 59, 60 mark. Okay. So we just need to effectively wait for price to just show us and let the market makers reveal their hand. Look, what are they doing? Pivot. The 800-day EMA and the 200-day EMA and the 50-day, right? So those two are pretty much flat. So they're now going to start bringing direction into the market, all right? You can even consider this as a small W as well. Look, shit. There we go. You can even consider this as a small W down here, all right? Where are we at? W right there. Remember when I said to you guys about the W formation? You know, on the 50-minute time frame, you're going to have plenty of W formations. All right? That's how it works. Well, look, forget the price. MK, forget the price. Because what you're doing there is you're attaching value. You're saying that from 10K to 40K is 30K, but from 45 to 60K, all right, is effectively, you're basically saying that the value, the 15K value of the difference between 45 to 60K is not as strong, the move is not as strong as what it was from 10K to 40K. Come away from that thinking, all right? If they want to move price higher, they will move price higher. Whether it's from 10 to 40 or 45 to 60, don't make that assumption. They want you to think like that because you're going to make your decision based on information that has been and that is irrelevant to what's happening now. Yeah? It's 50 periods back. Here, look. So, $50-day EMA right there. Inputs. Where are we at? Trend period. 50 periods back. That's how it is. I mean, you're looking too much into it. I'll even go to the extreme of going like this. Trend, moving average, EMA, exponential, apply to the close. All right. 50-day. Right. And we'll make it yellow. All right. 50 periods back. Done. You can see it's on there already. Can't really see it clearly. All right. But that's the proof right there. Not 50 days. It's not 50 days. It's 50 candles back. 50 periods. Do you look at the pattern before price? Yeah, I never look at price. I look at it. I look at price and I say, what? That's irrelevant. You know what I'm going to do to really wind you guys up right now to prove a point? Okay, to prove a point. Watch what happens here. There you go. You can't see price now. Forget these zones. You can't see price other than the tabs themselves. I'll do it to you guys just to make sure you guys understand what's going on. All right. The only things we need to be taken care of, all right, are the psychological zones, which we can see up here and here. All right. And what's that? Yeah, need that there. Leave that there. Get rid of that. Okay. Happy days. That's all we're interested in. All right. That's all we care about. Numbers. The problem is, the numbers that you only need are the ones where you're going to enter so that you can see. Just so you can see. All right. If you start marrying yourselves to these numbers, you're going to start building value to it. Yeah, you're going to start building value and you're going to be saying to yourself, look, you have the same question. Why is not the 1 hour, the level 1 is at 55, then retrace to test the 50 EMA and start level 2? Because, my friend, okay, the actual consolidation is bigger. The bigger the consolidation, the more that you're seeing the market maker build positions. All right, you're going to get more trust from a price that pulls back like this than opposed to a move that pulls back and does this. Okay, remember, we are now at the crosses. The moving averages have now crossed. Look at the resistance right there. From that breakout, from that consolidation there, price goes and hits that zone right there and pulls back straight away. Look where it finishes. Yeah, can't even do my cursor. Look where it finishes, right there. All right? So if your entry was on the break of that high there, you would have got back to square one. You don't really want to be getting yourself involved in those trades. All right? Same with this. Look, if price is broken out from this high here, it's now only come back to it there. But now we're at the 50-day moving average and the 200-day moving average. So there's nothing above us. We haven't got a moving average that's going to be objecting us. All right? Now that we've got free for all to keep going higher, only when the market makers, okay, reveal their hand. They need to come out of this zone. Back again, if you've got objection up here, which you can see the 200-day, granted, they need to come, create a small consolidation, gather a few more orders, and then pump out. They've hit that zone, pull back. All right? So this is, the bigger the consolidation, the better the level. All right? But more so, you've got to remember this. What's our ADR? Our ADR from the session. So basically what you need to do, guys, you need to look for 1 day, 1 cycle, 1 times ADR. All right, that's how it goes. All right. So I'm going to have to put price back on because I cannot see what my indicators are here. Hold on a second. Let me just make it gray. 2 seconds. Right. So from this point here all the way to there. No, all the way to that. Right. You see 26 and back from. No, that's not right. From the open, let's take the low. To the session high finished. on the hourly, where's the Asian open right from that point? So I'm guessing, wait, is it, where is it, where is it, where is it, where is it? I believe, yes, that was the open for the Asian session right there. Okay, so you can see that, yeah? That is within its line of its ADR, okay? 1 times ADR equals 1 level, all right? 1 level. Bodkus, listen, that's exactly what I'm trying to get everyone to do. Pretty much, that's what I'm trying to get everyone to do. But there's always going to be a, you know, a variation of a W and an M. They're not always going to be doing the same thing. Yeah? The bigger the W, the bigger the M, the likely it's going to go in the direction of the pattern. Remember that. The smaller the W's and the M's, you know, you're going to see a difference in the way price behaves. Someone just asked me a question. Hold on. Please explain why red candles are red when makers go long. Okay, then. That leads me to the next question. Right. I'm going to answer that question. All right. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make myself a quick drink. Give me 2 minutes. I'm just going to put some music on, make myself a drink. Sorry. And then we'll come back to that question. Give me 2 minutes. Yo, downstream, downrange. No one's buying now, my friend. There's nothing to buy into. There's nothing to buy into. Anyone that knows the pattern knows that there's nothing to buy into right now until we see confirmation. Yeah? Nothing. Okay then, cool. Just having a look at this. Yeah, it looks like there's a lot of new people. How many people are new in this stream right now? How many of you are completely new to this channel? You can tell who's new. Schmo, what's good, man? 1, yes. 2, no. If you're new, type 1. That means you've come tonight. Nothing else, just tonight. And thank you for anyone that subscribed. Thank you very much. Wicked. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Ethereum next. Thing is, guys, Ethereum does exactly. Yes, a lot of people are not hitting the like button. It takes 2 seconds to hit the likes. That's your payment for this stream, guys. What's good, Mark? Morning from the Philippines, man. Nah, it's unlikely it's Logan Paul, man. Very unlikely. It's always going to get manipulated, man. Every single trade is a manipulation, man. Remember, they're making traders believe one thing against another, you know? Okay, cool. Let's look at Ethereum for the time being. Red candle. What do we know about red candles with Ethereum? Yeah? Ethereum comes back and retraces the red candle. All right. Look at the 50-day moving average on the hourly, the 800-day, and the 200-day. They are all coming together. There's going to be an explosive move. Which direction? We're going to see in a bit. How do we stack it up in our favor? We know that the W formation is right here. Okay? W formation is right here. Price has come up. It's now come back to test the moving averages. All right? Will we see this move to the upside continue? The Asian session, the start of the week range is very small. All right? Let's see how these market makers play it out. So UK time, I mean midweek, we're talking Wednesday. All right? The reversal time, couldn't tell you what time that is. Usually we see reversals in New York. New York is infamous for its reversals. This red box is a reversal point. All right, so look, let me bring it down to the 15-minute time frame. Look at the red boxes. All right, we usually see reversals. It's called the New York reversal. All right, so price rises up, okay, from the New York open. So when the banks open, hits up, hits the high of the New York session, reversal down. All right, let's find another one. That wasn't really that great. Here we go. New York comes into the open, reverses back up. New York. Bringing price back down, forms the low for the session, bang. New York pushes out. Could have seen a little W right there. Yeah? See, there's nothing stopping you from trading these smaller patterns. But remember, smaller patterns means smaller breakouts, means what? Smaller profits. Yeah? And look at the 200-day and the 50-day. There was nothing stopping it other than the actual high that they wanted to establish. All right. If the 200-day was up there, granted, they would have bounced back from the 200-day. Yeah. Let Bitcoin hit 70 and I'm gone. So Robert Booth, this is what we're trying to understand. The fact that the range is so small, it tells me, all right, from experience, that they're kind of like done with that zone. Where is it? Can you see it here? So from that high to there, okay, it's a very small range. They're just gathering lots and lots and lots of contracts. They're holding a zone. It's not been a wild move to the upside or to the downside. You know, they're not trying to take people out. It's like they are confining their orders to a small space. All right, maybe lots of orders in a small space, and they're just going to let price deviate away from the zone, and then they use the liquidity of the retail traders to move back up. That's no guarantee that price will continue back up. We need to wait for confirmation. We need to wait for the market maker to do what? What does the market maker need to do in a few words? What does he need to do at the 50-day? What does he need to do here to give us an inkling that price favors higher prices? What does he need to do? No worries, Paul. Welcome to the family, bro. Sorry, Jay, man. Appreciate 1,200 people in the room. I'm not going to see every question, bro. All right. So here we go. Why market makers buying longs causes red candles? Because they're never going to buy at the highs. Yeah, that's the retail trader's job. That's the moon boy's job. He buys at the lows. Yeah, because he sells at the highs. The reason being is because when market makers, all right, here's an example for you, Jay. Naturally, when you buy something, you need what to happen? You need someone to sell you that contract. So a market maker will buy while price is dropping because sellers are coming into the market. When someone wants to sell, what has to happen? Someone has to buy. But the market maker isn't going to be buying when price is rising, and he's not going to be selling when price is dropping, because if the market maker's selling whilst the retail trader is selling, who's going to make money? How's he going to build positions, and how's he going to create a marketplace if he's following the same direction as the retail trader? Yeah? Correct. They incentivize us on fear and greed. That's how it works. Mateus, I wouldn't look on the weekly time frame, man. That's just too much. Here we go. Bitcoin, what's she doing? Is Bitcoin forming the pattern? Is she starting to behave? Is Bitcoin going to come out of this zone? Let's see. Remember, this 50-day on the 15-minute time frame is the 13-day EMA on the hourly. All right? Notice how Bitcoin will come out from that point. Jay, the reason why the green candle, look, the green candle is the market maker creating, guys, giving the guys the illusion that price is going to continue to rise. Look how they do it here. Look, right? So, oops. Okay, so let me give you a candle. Let me give you a green candle. It's good you're asking these questions, bro. Look. Best way. It needs to be as price is rising to help you understand. Here we go. Look at where we are right now in the chart. Okay, that's effectively a high. Let me get rid of all these lines here just so it's clear for you. Okay, let me get rid of that. Get rid of that. Job done. Okay, Jay, look. So, market makers know that people use the 50-day and the 200-day moving average. It's the base moving average. All right? Everyone uses it. Banks, hedge funds, mutual funds, you name it. Everyone uses the 50-day moving average. All right? Likewise, everyone uses Fibonacci's. All right? Cool. Check this out. The reason why the candles are green is because guys are starting to enter into the currency. All right. So moon boys are stepping in. There is fear of missing out that Bitcoin's going to continue to go to the upside. Why? Because there's support at the 50-day moving average. Price is edging upwards. It's making higher lows. Yeah. Sorry, lower highs. Forget that. It's making higher lows. Look, higher low 1, higher low 2, higher low 3. They know that retail traders follow this, so they create the marketplace to induce traders to enter. They bring price to the 50-day moving average. Retail traders step in, they go long, and then they start pushing price up. They get them to commit. They don't want to miss out. They know there are guys that are drawing boxes like this, playing the range breakouts. All right. There's the high of the session, come back down, there's the low. They're waiting for that area to break. They know guys draw these zones right here. Bang, price breaks out. Retail trader gets in, happy days. Market maker uses this liquidity to get his shorts filled at higher prices, all right? When he's successful at getting the retail traders to commit their money in this area, he allows price to continue up, and then he starts to slowly dump down. He doesn't allow it to go any further because obviously the move that has happened here. There are guys that are trying to go long here because they don't want to miss out on this move here because they think that price is going to continue to go up. So what the market maker does is he allows their contracts to get filled and then he starts to break down price. He always brings it back down to the 50-day. And then what happens? He recovers those previous shorts and then he just collapses price and gets those orders filled. Yeah? That's why whenever you see a green candle, usually you're going to see price returning to it because it was the market maker's previous orders. Market makers build longs at lower prices and they build shorts at higher prices. Because when they say buy low, they mean the market maker's going to buy low, right? And when he says sell high, it's because he's going to go short at the highest possible point. Because that's what we're all trying to do, yeah? We're all trying to go short from the highest point. Why is the W action market does not buy from traders? It takes from traders with stop out and dumb money. Correct. He uses their stops. Like, for example, there are guys who set stop losses in this area. Market maker can see that there are guys putting stops here. So what does he do? He triggers those stops and uses the liquidity from his stops, from the retail traders' stop orders, to obtain the liquidity required to get these positions or the shorts closed in profit. All right? No worries, man. No worries. That's all good. Someone just said something. Why is the actual W not a valid entry point? Well, who says it's not a valid entry point? Remember, the W's and the M's, okay? How you trade them is based on how you understand them. I'll be frank with you. My entry point on this W formation would have been here. Would have been hit right here. This candle here. Why? Because this candle had closed higher above the 5 and the 13-day EMA, and the 5 and the 13 EMA right there had crossed over. If you look closely, you can see just after the cross. Where is it? All right, so the cross started here, but that was my entry right there. Write that up to the 50-day, 200-day profit target. Happy days. Close my trade, get out, reevaluate. Where are we at? Right now, rise, level 1. Looks like it's going to end here rather than here. Okay. Level 1 ends there. And is level 2 start from here? Only if price continues further up. In order to confirm level 1, price needs to break out of this zone and continue higher. Price projection point could be the range daily high up here, which is the 58,372, or the average daily range high of 58,212. And that's what we're doing, guys. We're just waiting for this shit to happen. Now, I got some bad news for you guys. Yeah? I got some bad news for you. Yeah, I know. Yeah? I ain't going to be able to sit through Tokyo or Hong Kong tonight, guys. I've jumped 1 hour forward. So that means Hong Kong opens for me at 2 o'clock in the morning, which is unfortunate. All right? But Tokyo usually brings us the flavor. But that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be making sure that these streams give you the projections. It helps you understand where we're going to go in the near term based on the action of the market makers right now. Remember, it's Monday tomorrow, guys. Well, for the markets in Asia, it's Monday already. So the market makers, they're going to be manipulating the zone, preparing the zone for Monday for the markets in Europe and the US. Come Tuesday night, we're going to have we're going to have all the money's going to be in the system. They're going to get their ranges set, and then happy days. We're going to see where she's going to go. No, it's Christos. How you doing, my man? Nah, it's all good, guys. I'll be with you guys all the way, man. I know, man. I know. But listen, understand, right? Yeah, I ain't going yet, guys. It's all good, man. We're still chilling. We all good. We still got an hour yet. All right. Can you please explain when the candle in your indicator turns to violet, like the 1 hourly 11 o'clock on my trading view? So look, when it turns violet, it's effectively telling you that selling volume is rising. Now, what do we know about selling volume? We know market makers are buying. Yeah, we know that they're buying. What's going on, Merlin? How you doing, brother? MMs create opposing illusions to optimize liquidity, but how do they know which out of an upside or downside move is more profitable in real time? They can see the order flow, Merlin. All right? They can be as irrational as they want. They can be in a negative position for as long as they want. They know that price is going to progress to a zone. They know where they're going to take it. All right. They have things that they use to, all they have, all right, all they have to really induce us and make us, trick us into entering are what? 3 moves to the downside, 3 pushes. That's what they have. Vector candles, push, push, push. What does that pushing to the downside do? It makes you think, shit, man, I don't want to miss out on this move, man. Let me get in. Retail trader steps in. Yeah, man, let's get my shorts triggered. Bang, in. There are guys going short down here. That is very unfortunate for the guys who go short down here. That ain't happy days, man. That is like depressive centuries right there. All right? Going short right there. And then what does price do? It just bounces from that zone. Why is it? Everyone says, every time I go short, the market always pulls back. Or every time I go long, the market always pulls back. The reason why it pulls back is because you're entering at the point when the market maker has manipulated you into believing it's going to go lower. Yeah? Your goal is to enter when the market maker wants to see a profit. When he wants to make a profit, that's when you enter. So you wait for him to get his monies together. You wait for him to get his books right. And then you say, yo, I'm coming with you on this run for money, guys. It's called a markup phase or a markdown phase. That's what they do. They need to make a profit as well. They ain't just making the market purely out of their kindness. Fuck that. Look at that. Bitcoin coming back to testing the true psychological zone. Where we at, guys? That is a beautiful candle. Is it green? Let's see. 3, 2, 1. Bang. Is it green? Is it green? No, it's not green yet. No, it's not green. Here we go. Testing the 800-day and the 200-day moving average on the 15-minute time frame. All right. This is going to be an interesting move this evening, guys. Little W formation. There was nothing wrong in taking this W formation, all right, once price had closed above the 5 and the 13-day EMA, which was this candle here. You could have took the trade at this point here and rode it to the 250-day moving average. Happy days, get out, see some money, start again. Yeah? No worries, snooty snoots. No worries. Well, Nyan, let's look at it logically. All right? Look at it like this. Okay? There's this thing looming about now where fiat money is now going to be taken from conventional assets that keep certain financial assets alive or keep economies going. All right. So, for example, can you imagine guys taking money out of gold and putting it into Bitcoin? What do you think that's going to do to gold? Everyone's kind of scared what cryptocurrency is going to do. The guys who ain't adopting cryptocurrency are pretty much the legacy players. They're stuck in their ways. You can't teach an old dog new tricks kind of thing. If it was up to those guys, they'd be going back to bartering back when they used to sell 15 lambs for five cows. That's how it worked back then. Yeah? If they could do that, they would. Do you go long from here? There ain't no financial advice in this channel, guys. I would never do that to you. Yeah? I'm going to teach you how to go long. I'll teach you how to go short so you make the paper. Then come back to me and say, yo, T, I made 7 trades out of 7 trades. Happy days. I understand it. All right, because I can give you an entry right now and you close your chart after you've made your money and then come back the next day and I'll never give you another entry and you'd be pretty pissed. You'll be wanting to understand, hold on a sec, man, you did it one time. Why can't you do it again? You want to get signals? Go pay someone else, man. Let them give you the signals and not tell you why they understand how to make a signal. That's really the question you should be asking. How do you know when to make an entry? Not tell me an entry. Now, I'm not having a go at you. I'm just trying to relay a concept that is always asked in this stream. Should we go long or should we go short? Follow the streams, man. Yeah, follow the streams and understand what I'm trying to do here. I don't sell a course. The course is the YouTube channel. I stand here every single day and night, bar Saturday, and I'm teaching you guys how to understand it. All right? This is me paying forward. All right? I'll give you 16 Lambos for 4 cows. Yeah, baby. And I'll use them on my farm. Of course, Merlin, yeah. This is it. Yeah, guys, there's nothing static about these patterns. They are variations. Always look at the 1 hour time frame for the cycle. Where are you in the cycle? I mean, look at that, baby. Is that not confirmation? Okay, Bitcoin, what are you doing? What are you doing? There's nothing to get excited about anyway, guys. I am going to emphasize price action because I look at it and I'm like, right, it's like I can see market makers stepping in kind of thing. You know, you can see their intention when they start holding a zone or they start showing a zone support. You know, that's what I like to see. I like to see the market maker do that. Notice now we're coming out of the psychological zone, the psychological low that was started from the start of this week. What is price going to do at this zone? M3 looks like it's about to be confirmed. Right? They need to break out of it, come back, and then continue up. Can I summarize where we are going right now? It looks like we're rising. That's the best thing I can say to you. Is that a valid entry? Hell no, bro. Jaded Blur. Young Jedi, you know. Let me teach you the COD ways, for I have mastered your technique already. Oh, I hope you have mastered it, bro. No worries, Mika, man. Look, if you guys are picking up or learning something, your payment is in likes. I only have 725 likes. That's all. Like the stream, guys. That's your payment. Timo Angel, they are actually working out well. To be honest with you, I'm trying to do it so that I can trade on either Binance. Yeah, and I'm trying to understand Binance's platform, and it's an absolute nightmare. I haven't got a clue how to do it. I only do it on MT4. So the trades that I take on MT4 on another account, I have to hold them because the spread is so high, and I hate doing that. I want to be able to scalp cryptocurrency, or at least not have such a high cost when I'm trading. So I'm trying to get it sorted out so that I can do a live video of entries and exits, helping you guys understand my thinking. I mean, guys, I'm giving you my thinking in these streams. Yeah, I'm giving you my thinking in these streams. All right, there's nothing more that you can get. It literally, Scruffy Afro, you have to understand Binance completely for it to be beneficial for you. Like, I don't understand it. Yeah, I don't understand it. Can I use Bybit? I'm in the UK. Am I allowed to use Bybit? You know it. You know it, Vincent. You know it. System hack. Here we go. 41 advanced entries out of 44 profit. Oh, wow. What a guy. Advanced entries that system hack is talking about. If you take this W formation right here, all right, if you take the W formation of the pattern, if you take the midpoint of the pattern, which is there, all right, and you draw a line across it right here, there's 2 entries. You've either got the advanced entry, which is right here, which is where I would be making an entry, or you have this the safety entry, which is right here. Okay, now if you look, you've got the pattern. Can you see it? Rise, retrace, continuation. The W formation is the opposite way. It comes back down, forms the pattern, and rises out. Bitcoin, you're behaving very well this evening. Well done. Let's see what... Oh, God. Here we go. Ethereum, where you at? Let's drop that down. Let's drop you here. Let's bring you across right here. Ethereum coming back to test the 50-day and the 200. Bitcoin back up here. Where's she at? There we go. Happy days. Right, where we at? Got me some of that algo tattoo earlier. We're getting banned end of this month. See, that's crazy. FCA bans the sale of crypto derivatives to retail customers. Yeah, bit buy, I mean buy bit. what else is there? Femix, is it? I don't even know. Ty's Creations, man. Why were you gonna quit, bro? Bitmax. Is Bitmax a good? Is Bitmax any good? Femix. Yeah. You know what? PC Shed recommended me to Femix. I'm gonna have a play around with that. What's that like, Robbie? Is that any good? Ah, BZ. I'm not happy about that. Yeah, I could use Qcoin. They're anal about residency. Staking is a problem with tax and holding period stretching 10 years. Yeah, there's a way around that. Yeah. Yep, looks like Femix is good. Yep. Okay, so we're going to have to roll it out from there. I'm seeing Femix and Qcoin. FTX, Qcoin's a nightmare. I think I just can't work out how to buy a certain coin. Does my head in yet? If you scalp, just trade where you get paid maker fees for limit orders. Yep. Which is pretty much grid trading as such. You know, Dutchy boy, he knows a lot about that. Yeah, guys, there's no entry. Like, you know, just sit tight and absorb. 400 more likes. Is that possible? Can we do that before the live finishes? That'll be great. Yo, RK, listen, you need to put these lyrics down somewhere, man. I need those lyrics. You know what? I will only trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. Finished. That is it. I will never trade anything else. Yeah? Because that's where the money's going. Bitcoin and Ethereum. I'm not interested in trading altcoins, man. Light liquidity, you know. It's just crazy. Maybe ADA with the exception. But until I see decent market cap from guys, then there's nothing for me to do other than just to trade Bitcoin and Ethereum. You sign up using email, not mobile number. It's not illegal for you to use. It's illegal for them to serve you. It's not illegal for them to use. Not illegal for you to use. It's illegal for them to serve you. So are they not serving me by me using their platform? Can the EMA sort of form Fibonacci levels like the one EMA price below acts as a support and one acts as a resistance above price? Merlin, I'll cut to the chase with you, my friend. You're never going to ask enough questions about something and effectively be at a position where you can master it. The only questions you should be asking are the ones after you've decided to take a decision, apply it, and see what you can ask from that point on. So, for example, if you see price right now and you were to ask yourself a question, right, price has effectively broken out of the 50-day moving average on the 15-minute time frame, all right? If we just base it on breaking out of the 50-day here, we then make the mistake of believing that price is breaking out across the 50-day across all time frames, which is wrong, all right? So we're then understanding what is the 15-minute 50-day on the higher time frame. Well, that is the 13-day EMA. All right, so are we seeing resistance at the 13-day EMA, or are we seeing a breakout on the 15-minute time frame? For me to only understand that concept is if I make a purchase or I make an entry and see how price plays out. If it doesn't play in my favor, I will know that price coming back to the 50-day on the 15-minute time frame. All right, if it doesn't show a clear break away from it, then I know, okay, not to make that entry. I need to wait for a confirmation candle. Right now, you can see this candle is pulling back from the 50-day, all right? But we wouldn't make our entry on that basis as such by simply price just breaking out of it. Look, it's only broken up to the upside and it stayed within the cloud of the 50-day moving average on the 15-minute time frame, which is the 13-day EMA. I mean, you know, you need a close on the hourly. You need a close above the 13-day and the 5. All right. You need a clean close. All right. The second candle. Here we go. Let me break it to you like this. You see this candle here. Okay. That closed above the 5 and the 13-day EMA. But the 5 and the 13-day EMA haven't crossed. All right. They crossed here and price closed below. That's a valid entry point. Look what happened after. Bang, it collapsed. Where are we right now? 5 and 13-day EMA, price is above it, but hasn't crossed over. The 5 and 13 haven't crossed over. You can see right there, the 13 is trying to come up and close above that. Once it closes above, you effectively have, you're in a position to say to yourself, okay, would that be a valid entry? But in light of things, no, because we are still waiting for level 1 to be confirmed. Okay, we don't know what's going to happen until it comes out of a zone and tests this area up here, which is yesterday's high, which is the start of the true psychological zone. So they're working this zone right now, which is a very important zone. Yeah. What other EMAs are just equally important? So the 800-day EMA and the 5 and the 13-day EMA, they're important. Test it out, Merlin. Test it out. Keep an eye on it. Test it out. You know, gather information. Because, you know, if you gather enough information based off that, okay, then you can say to yourself, okay, I understand what's going on. If you see that sort of behavior again, then you're going to be able to say, I know what to do at this point. Come on, man. There we go. Happy days. Happy days. Happy days. Boom. Cool. Man, come on. There we go. Gotcha. Cool. Okay, then. Cool. So right now we're just waiting for Bitcoin to make its move on this point. You don't trade MT? Of course we do. Of course we do. Safe moon. It's going to the moon. It's in the name. How can it possibly fail? Getting manipulated if you buy right now. If you're holding, learn when to drop the bag. Explain why I'm holding fetch. There's numerous reasons why, you know, you need to hold fetch. Or why I'm holding fetch. But the one that sparked the interest for me is they're effectively creating a marketplace for wholesalers. That's how they've sold the idea of investing in fetch. You know, because fetch allows wholesalers to effectively, it allows them to hedge their exposure in the form of a smart contract. So imagine a wholesaler has 50,000 tons of meat, which equates to hypothetically £1 million in monies, for example. All right. Now, say he encounters a time in the markets where it's summertime and then there's a, you know, mad cow disease, or there's a flu going around in all of the beefs, all the cows across the world, and he's got 50 tons of beef sitting in his freezers. Right? No one wants to buy beef anymore because there is an illness going around amongst the cows. So what does he do? He comes to the fetch network and he turns his exposure, so that's 50 tons of beef, he turns it into a smart contract, all right? Presents it to the marketplace that Fetch AI will be creating, all right? So it's like an exchange, and then he hedges his exposure against someone else who's in the same position as him. All right. And if he can hedge his exposure and reduce it, right, in time, he can then buy back whatever he's put out there, sell it, and then whatever profit he's made off that effectively offsets the risk of him holding 50,000 tons of beef during a time when the market is not favoring beef. Okay, that's the best way I could have put it. Mad cow disease, yeah. That's what they call it. You got FET at 60 cents. I'm going to get you better there, bro. I got it in at 3. I got in at 3 cents with FET, man. That was a wild. But I've brought it so many times since that point as well. It's mad. It's my favorite coin. I love Fetch. Do I think it's reasonable to enter to FET now from this price for long-term hold? As an investor, it's up to you, man. You know? Oh my days. Nikolai, he's dropping the facts. Yeah? Look at Tron competitors of Ethereum, as we know at ETH. I couldn't tell you there, David. I mean, I'm not too in with the concepts or the theories of what's going on behind every single coin. I'm not onto that, guys. I'm not really fundamentally savvy in that aspect. For me, I'll just go look at the chart and I'll say, yep, they look like they favor higher prices or lower. I don't want to convolute my mind with so much. Trades Rally, I see. Oh, God. Look at what this guy's saying. I see a lot of YouTube technical analysis experts, self-proclaimed, of course, always finding confluence with Fibonacci levels, Fib fans, support levels, etc. Is this market makers using these levels for bids? Correct. Can you imagine if 150,000 people, yeah, people, right, draw a fib from this point to this point, yeah, on the 15-minute time frame? Can you imagine how many people are putting orders in this area here? Of course the market maker is going to be paying attention to the Fibonacci's. He uses it to exploit the retail traders. He knows guys put entries or shorts at the 61.8 zone. They'll trigger those shorts right there. They'll even do something like this to make them enter in. They use the 50% line as well. Yeah? Joke, what will happen is price will break this 50, break the 61. They'll tap the 61 and pull back. And what do we expect? We expect price to rise out of the 50-day and retrace back. All right? Look what she's doing. Rising from the 50-day moving average. We need it to move out from the zone and retrace back to it. Triggering all the shorts on the way up for their benefit and taking all the longs on the way back down. Sorry, taking the longs on the way up and taking the shorts on the way down. You don't need a shit coin to create a futures exchange. I don't know what that is. So yeah, that pretty much solves that one. Still thinking about doing a Tino versus Market Cipher vid. Yeah, probably. I just need to get the actual software itself and go head to head with the system itself. It's all for educational purposes. If anything, if Market Cipher, stays in line with this strategy, that's, mad props to Market Cipher. I'm sure that's going to be beneficial for the creator. Yeah. Well, this is it. They use the Fibonacci tool. They look, and other tools as well. They got so many other tools. Look, there's fans, there's fucking times. What else is there? Here we go. We've got Fibonacci time zones, fans, arcs, expansion, channel. I mean, look. For me, that's liquidity, 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 liquidity in a different pattern, in a different format. That's all it is. Fibonacci is a sound theory, the sound concept. All right. But no worries, Alan. How do market makers manipulate price? I.e., do they flood the market with buy, sell orders, etc.? So it's not a dumb question. So not much volume has been pushing prices up recently. Look, it's Sunday. Okay? We don't really expect much on a Sunday. When price moves the way it moves, okay, you've got to understand that it's a Sunday evening. Well, for us, that is. You've got Sydney and Tokyo, 45 minutes to Tokyo as well, all right? When there's light volume, price tends to, make wild moves. Yeah, so you got to be careful. Here we go. What's this? After seeing your breakdown and strats, it's hard to go back to all the trend lines. You see trend lines ignored more than these strategies. What do you mean? Look, the trend lines themselves, these aren't trend lines. These are patterns. I'm drawing patterns. Yeah, they're not trend lines. I don't really use trend lines. Don't use trend lines at all. Yeah, don't get me wrong. They can be helpful. Look, this trend line's helpful, which this pretty much is a trend line, but I'm not going to draw it directly from one wick to another, because if I draw it one wick right there, what does the trend line tell me? It just tells me that price is just rising above it. Well, I just need to understand what the market maker's doing. He's coming out of a zone anyway, so that trend line doesn't validate itself because it's following above it. This price action validates itself because it's coming out from the 200-day moving average, the 800-day moving average. It's coming away from the pivot. There's so much more than to rely on a simple trend line. But that's conventional wisdom itself. That's what you got to be careful of. Market makers know you guys watch this stuff. They know you use these tools. So many guys will draw a support and resistance point here. They'll draw a sort of, a resistance point here. They'll say, oh, we touched that. That was previous support, resistance. Now it's going to become support. Here we go. There's the concept of that. Support and resistance. There's that concept completely blown out of the window. That becomes resistance, yeah? So it comes back now and we expect it to become support. Here we go, right there. Well, where's the fucking support? Price should be continuing up. Hold on a second. Why is there no support here if old resistance becomes new support? Nah, it's bullshit in my honest opinion. The true resistance and support is the one from the start of the week, when they make the first high of the week and the first low of the week, and they base their decisions from there. Fuck them. That's how it is. Sorry. Let me go get a drink. Who would win in a fight between me and BitBoy? Nah, man. BitBoy would win because I'd go and I would hug the guy. He's like a bear. I'd give BitBoy a hug and say, "You're doing good, man. You're cool. I like you." But if it was up me against Crypto, boy, I'll be out of it, man. I'll be gone. I would chip. Let me get a drink. Nah, no vodka. This top shelf for me, man. It's the good old whiskey. Good old whiskey. That burn in the throat. Vodka is engine cleaner. That's what vodka is. That's not for me. Didn't even get my drink, man. I'm just sat here just vaping, man. Shit. Yeah, you can kiss my ass, Jaded Blur. What we got? 954 likes. Happy days. Let's go. Can you give some hypothetical situations of what can happen with Bitcoin from right now? And if it does each move, what conclusion would you draw from each move for context? Look, man. Here's an example. All right. Look. If you want me to be here in the near future, let me show you how to understand what the market maker does. All right? By me going and telling you a story of what would be a hypothetical entry point, I'm pretty much giving you an entry point. People aren't gullible, you know? So I couldn't tell you what an entry point is. I can tell you what a pattern does. Yeah? I mean, if you're new to the stream, okay, if you're new to the stream, I advise. I know, man, I know, but these people are new to the stream. It's obvious they're new because they know they wouldn't be asking if they've viewed, a few previous streams. I'm not going to give you those, those predictions. I'll give you a projection. I'll tell you what is it like. What's the chance of price hitting a certain zone? So difference between a projection and a prediction is this. A prediction is just something, it's a statement that you make based on what you think will happen in the near future. All right? If it doesn't happen, you keep your mouth shut. If it does happen, you're going to throw a party and let everybody know that you called it. All right? A projection takes a series of things, variables, whether it's statistical, whether it involves physical variables, tangible, whatever it is, okay? In light of what we're looking at right now, we're talking about patterns, moving averages, and pivot points, all right? ADRs as well. We take the variations of those as variables, all right? We then come to an understanding and we project. We say as long as price remains above the 50-day moving average, okay, and that the 200-day moving average crosses over the 50-day, and it goes from underneath, all right, and the 50-day points upwards, price comes out and breaks from the pattern from the level 1 start, happy days, okay? That's what a projection is. What is the projection point? Could we see the M3 confirming and price moving up to the M5 zone? Who knows? That's not financial advice. That's no different to me saying Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000, you know? That's the best way I can get you guys to understand it, man. Happy balls, you know. How do you think crypto will go if Harry Dent is right? Don't even know who Harry Dent is. Yeah, in my channel there are videos that explain what a W is, what an M is, what the entry and the exit is. All right, so if you see this move, this breakout here from Bitcoin, all right, we talk about the actual pattern of it playing out as such, but in an example, right? So don't, everything's there for you. No worries, Google. BitBoy's a slave of the market makers. Change my mind. If I light it up with a gun from COD, I don't know, man. I'm more about the blade on COD. You know? I'm there, stab you in the throat and bounce. Jaded Blur, he's gonna see a blur when he sees me terrorize his face, man. He's gonna be too busy quick scoping. I'll be quick scalping, bro. quick scalping, Jaded Blair. That's what I'm going to be doing. Scalping you with the blade, bro. Quick. Straight away. Done. While you're trying to reload and shit, I'm there cutting your throat 4 or 5 times, drawing the pattern on your neck. Oh, shit. You know. Hands up nose. Yeah? What are you going to say, Jaded, man? What are you going to say, Jaded, there, bro? We're building this beef up. I've got Mike Dutch. He's trying to bring the flavor, all right? And I got you as well. Let's do it, man. You two versus me. You, Mike Dutch, versus me. The PC gamers versus the console player. Come on, then. Let's get that shit arranged, Mike. Let's get it arranged. 2 very good COD players versus Tino. That's all you need to say. Tino. Nothing else. Yeah? Let's bring it on, man. Let's get stuff happening, man. Oh, you don't want that, yeah? Got my vape voice coming out for you. I will go COD on all. He has nothing on me. Also, now it's... Here we go. Ah, he's being modest. Dutchy boy's being modest. Yeah, I remember that game, man. You know, I know that game. Hi, Tino. How does one go about projecting and finding entry and exits once a new all-time high has been made? Do you have to go and look at what level it's at? Oh, yeah, PC Shed. You know I'm going to have that monitor, man. You know that. The refresh rate is going to be high for me, man, because I'm going to be there with the scalping of the blade. Quick, quick, done. These guys are quick scoping. Psh, nah, no interest for me. Great question. Entries and exits once a new all-time high is made. The best way you can understand, 35, the best way you can understand entry and exits from an all-time high is look at where the nearest moving average is, all right? If the moving average is extended, when I say extended as in price is so far away from it, all right, you know that they're going to start bringing price back to the mean. It's the mean reversion. Here we go. Here's an all-time high right here. Yeah, all-time high, rising, rising, rising. Market makers getting their money in good, getting their shorts at the highest possible zone, okay? Then we look at the moving averages. What are they doing? Look at how extended price is away from the moving average. It needs to bring price back to the range to normalize the market, the activity. Because if price is rising, 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 people are only buying, right? And the market maker needs to take advantage of that. So he has to reverse the trend. He has to bring it back down to get them to do what? To sell. He needs to get them to go short so that he can also trigger his shorts with the stops that they put here. Okay, using their stop losses to trigger his short exits. All right. At the same time, he's building longs at lower prices, making the guys who got busted on the move to the upside go short so they don't miss out on the move to the downside. That's exactly what is happening. Yeah. I should change it. The testicle analysis includes variables. Happy balls play out. That is funny. Literally, that's exactly what it is, man. Anyone that talks about bull and bear, it's stupid. You know, you're applying some theoretical illusion. You know, bull and bear. It's smart money and dumb money. Full stop. That's what it is. All right. Which side are you on? Yeah. Which side are you on? If we went down last week all week, isn't that only half the pattern? No, because we went down all last week. Right? Oh, shoot. If you look, we were actually rising. W formation. Rise, rise. M formation. Look at the bigger M. Yeah? And then you've got an M. Yeah? We can only base it on what they do right now and what we see. Remember, guys, this is a short-term day trading strategy. It's designed to get in and out. Yeah? You're in for 3-4 hours, 6 maybe, and get out. You're in from the start of the morning, you're out from the end of the day. That's how it is. Market makers dip on mine. No more bulls and bears, only traders reality. Here's a good question. Do the market makers actually see our stops that we put in, or do they just have the idea of where people put their stops? Both aspects to it, because they can't see the orders across every single exchange. All they can see is the order flow that these brokers give them. Yeah? So these brokers pump the orders over to them, okay? And then they base their decisions off that. Market makers don't even use candlesticks, guys. The candlesticks are the result of the market maker, right? God, there have been people that have been coming into this stream, right? Okay, that have spent like 3-4 grand on a course 3 days before. That's the worst thing you can do. You go and buy a course and then you come to YouTube. Oh, shocking. That's scary. Nice one. Straight pipping, bro. You take it easy, my brother. Because we've completed the pattern last week. We completed and moved that to the downside last week. Guys, remember, there is a variation on the pattern. Here's a weekly cycle. M formation, drop level 1, rise, drop level 2, rise, drop level 3, peak formation. We're starting the week. What day are we at? Sunday, start of the week. Bang, price rises. Level 1, retrace, continuation to the upside. Level 2, drop. Level 3, price projection point, Bitcoin, 60, 61, and hopefully our infamous 70. Let's see if she does it. Yeah? Happy days, guys. Happy days. And Patreons as well. You're going to be getting the daily updates as of tomorrow. We had we relaxed this weekend, ready for this week. All right. No one if you're deciding to become a patron, do not become a Patreon now. Wait until the end of the month. Wait for the start of the new month, because Patreon are crafty like that. They will double charge you, and it's not right. I've said it in the last 3 streams, guys. Make sure you do it. You're aware of that. Midweek reversal is expected midweek. So when Wednesday comes, we have a discussion. What does that mean? David Miller, this channel is with no BS. You're so modest, but you're the pump. PC would hate you or boobies. What the hell's that? I'm obviously not down with the lingo, man. Shit. Yep, we're going to be doing the one-to-ones. I'm trying to get the first few arranged after the 8th. After the 8th of April, that's when we're going to start rolling out the tier 3 one-to-one. So I'm going to be setting up a Telegram for the tier 3 guys. Make sure you join it. And then I'm going to be arranging, one-to-ones with you guys just to check in, see where you're at, see what help you guys need. All right. The one-to-ones themselves, who knows how long they're going to last. They're not going to be super long, but they're not going to be like 4 hours. Well, it depends on where we go. You know, I'm going to have a one-to-one with one person. You know, if they want 2 hours, we get 2 hours, 3 hours, however long it takes, you know, but we're going to be doing this as a regular thing. Because there's probably questions that you guys, you know, that you might want to ask that don't get asked in the streams. Or you don't get a chance to get them asked in the streams because so much is happening in the stream. So, you know, that's what we're going to be doing. Wicked. No worries, Stephen, man. No worries. It's just I got to try and cater for... I got to try and get the logistics set, you know, so that I know that one day I've got 3 people to speak to. I'm going to be speaking to those 3 people and make sure I get it put to bed. How long am I going to stream? Well, we got Tokyo opening. And what I'm finding, guys, Hong Kong hasn't been really nice to us lately. She ain't been doing much. All right. And usually I trigger the AI robot. It kicks in when I come offline. You know, Hong Kong starts to move price when I come off stream. Apparently, I've got some, you know, I actually do something to the markets when I switch off. Yeah, I'm getting it set, Mickey, man. I'm getting the new number for it so you guys can actually get that. And, you know, we can just take it from there. Stephen, look, the Patreon levels themselves, all right? The tier 1 is tier 1. Tier 2 and tier 3. So this is what I'm going to be doing with tier 2 and tier 3. Tier 2 is going to have group sessions. So I'm going to arrange it so that I get like, you know, 3, 4, 5 people or up to 10 max. And we're all going to have a live stream, all right? And we're going to have a conversation. We're going to, you know, I'm going to try and find out what you guys want to understand, all right? Now, with 10 people, you know, there can be some fair ground there where you're all going to be in the same position, all right? And you're going to ask questions and we're just going to make it a group session. Same with the tier 3 members. I'm going to have either a live stream with them, one-to-one, where they can say, Tino, what does this mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? Okay, I need help with X, Y, and Z. And it doesn't have to be about price either. It can all be about psychology. I'll sit and chew your ear off for 3 hours if you really want me to, you know, because I love this shit that I do. I love it. It improves my ability as a trader. It's not just you guys. My ability as a trader is improving every single day when I'm doing these streams and regurgitating the information continuously in the back of my mind every single day. This is how you become second nature. Yeah, this is how you harvest second nature in your mind. Repetition. That's how you do it. And the beautiful thing about this strategy is there's so many variations of the pattern. So you're developing and you're building a bank of images, of patterns in your mind so that when you open a chart, you know where you are. All right? You know exactly where you are. Chew our ears. Yeah, me going on, you know, talking non-stop. You're on your own. That's what it is, man. Second nature. Can I help with the psychology bit? Can you help, or do you want me to help? Where did I learn and how did you start with trading? With variables, you know. How did I start with trading? I mean, look, I started back when I got into the game of trading. I started off trying to understand it when I was 19. And the learning curve has been very, you know, it's been a wild learning curve. You know, trading back to back has been 11 years now. I've been trading Forex for 11 years. But the learning curve itself started when I was 19. It started off with my first account with Barclays, and I traded a oil stock, and it was at like 25 cents, something like that. I had £600, and it jumped up to like £7-8. I think it was 10, something like that. It's in my blog, And I was literally ecstatic by it, man. I just went crazy. I was like, I could not believe how much money I made in such a short amount of time. And it was something they found oil, or they just signed a massive contract, you know, getting them to dig oil. It was oil exploration. And that's what I had. I had the biggest pump in price on my first trade. It was fluke. And I was like, right, I need to understand more about this. And I lost all the money. Happy days. You know? And that's, I'll tell you one thing, guys. Trading will test you. It will say to you, here you go. Here's a bit of money that you've got. You lose it, it'll ask you again. Do you want to get involved in this game? You then step in and put more money in. You lose that. Third time, it'll ask you, do you really want to do this? Right? You just lost X amount in these past 2 trades. Right? Do you really want to be a part of this? And then you say yes. You lose that money again. And you keep losing and losing, only up until the point where they say to you, right, lose one more time. You're probably going to make it. All right? And there you'll be like, you'll be so burnt out, and you'll be like, you know what, I don't care. I ain't losing any more money because I don't trust myself. I don't think I could actually handle that. What if I do lose? You know? It's how bad do you want it? That's where I'm trying to get you guys. How bad do you want it? Do you want to fall in love with the idea of making money, or do you want to fall in love with the idea of how to trade? That's what I'm trying to get into your minds. Fall in love with the pattern, because it's a process. Don't fall in love with the result of the pattern. All right. The result of the pattern is money, standard. We're in this game to make money. But I'm telling you guys, you need to focus on not making money whilst trying to make money. Let that fuck with your mind a little bit. How do you do that? A surgeon, he's saving people's lives. He's earning money, but his goal is to save people's lives. He applies the process. Yeah? That's how it works, guys. Yes, individual results will vary. That's how it works. Not everyone's going to have the same approach. Yeah? Oh, man. Do I think my accent helps with explaining things? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, most people feel like when they listen to my streams, they feel like they're getting told off. But then how bad do you want to trade? You know, if you want me to just speak with a mellow tone and be like, yes, you enter here and then price comes back down to the 50-day moving average. I'm a boring ass punk, so how are you going to learn from that? If I can't get you understanding, I'm pumped at the fact that you've actually got a template to make money. But I'm telling you to not focus on the end result. Do not be results based orientated. The fundamental rule of poker. Do not be results based orientated. Do not judge what happened in the last hand. That's going to determine the way you're going to perform in the next. Don't. Understand the process. It's all about variance. Played poker for a long time. Part of the reason why I come to understand trading so well is because I took the psychology of poker and understanding sample size, understanding variance, okay, and understanding that I have no control of what happens when I'm all in. Yeah? I can't control what happens to the hand once I put the chips. Once the chips are down, done. At least in trading, you get an option to have a certain amount of exposure and you can close your trade. In poker, there's none of that. You know, you could sit at a poker table tournament with 15,000 people, grind your way up towards the second to last final table. You make the final table, you shove with a pair of aces, statistically the best pair in the game, and you get drawn out on a 2 pair, deuces and fours, done. How do you fuck with that? How do you register that? Yeah? How is it that when you go in with the best hand in the game and you lose, how can you fold the best hand in the game? How can you miss out on an entry? How can you miss out on the best entry formation? You have to be prepared to do that. Yeah? I mean, I can do that tonight if you want. I can actually just keep my charts on for you guys tonight. Happy days. Yeah, I'm a bit of a... I used to play online. Yeah. I used to play online, 24 tables, Table Ninja, Hold'em Manager. You know, I used to have them all, man. 24 tables stacked in the middle, push fold strategy if I was playing the $7 Hyper Turbos and Poker Stars. Or I'll play cash games, 24 tables, $2, $4 buy-in, push fold strategy there. I used to piss everyone off there, man. They'll be like, how are you shoving? It's so obvious that you've got aces, when I was shoving Jack 10 offsuit. You know, just taking the equity from these guys because they like to limp in with shit. Nah, man. Not happening. Time for a Happy Days train. No worries, guys. This is true. Gaps don't always fill. Remember that. Can I come and live at Traders Reality? Look, teaching doesn't have to be in schools, man. That's the thing. Teaching doesn't have to be in schools. It has to be, you know, every day's teaching, isn't it? Here we go. What's going on? 10 minutes to Tokyo, guys. 10 minutes to Tokyo. Where we at? You know what? You understand, like, I don't know if anybody remembers the poker player Isildur. Does anyone remember the Swedish poker player Isildur? This will tell me who are the true poker players in here, man. Isildur. Does anyone remember Isildur, the Poker Stars guy, Isildur? Called out Phil Ivey, called out so many guys to challenge him. Does anybody remember him? Yeah, man. Selifma, you remember him? The best. Yeah, baby. Isildur, man. Yeah, man. I remember when Isildur put out that... he wrote in that thread, you know, he was calling everyone out, and then he came from, what was it? He put 2K in heads up, and then he just blew all the way up to 9 mil. And he lost half of it because he said he didn't want to pay the tax in Sweden. What a guy. But he was an aggressive ass player, man. You know, he was beastie. No worries, Jay, man. It's a pleasure coming along, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, do you remember? Here we go. Bitcoin. What's she doing? What's Bitcoin doing? Let's go back to the 15-minute time frame. Let's see what she's doing. Look at the 15-minute time frame. Where are we at? Here we go. So the 15-minute time frame. What do we see? Confirmation of the 50-day moving average appears to be confirmed. All right. Now all we're waiting for is this area here to hold. Is she going to come up to this area and pull back? 1, pin to the high. 2, pin to the high. 3, what are they doing? Yesterday's high right there is the M4 in sight. Pivot point, M4 is the near projection term. Let's see if it plays out. Look, the 200 days edging upwards. The 800-day EMA is going to be flat. All right. Bring it down to the 1 hour time frame just to see the true intention. What are we going to see? No, guys do talk about psychology of this game, but they talk about the psychology in the sense where you shouldn't be emotional when you trade. Yeah, don't be greedy, don't be fearful. But you got to understand, right? This game is 90% psychological. Why do you make your entry? Be honest now. Do you think you're coming into trading because you want to understand how to trade? Nah, man, you're coming to this game because you want to make money. You want an easy life. Yeah? You want the freedom of choice. So you've already got this conception of trading, which is a better life. You come to the game, you make one trade, you make money, you think you've cracked it. You make another trade, you lose, you think, fuck, no worries, I'm still using my profit. Then you start eating away at your account, and before you know it, your account has dropped. You're now sitting on a negative balance, no more money left. Do you still have the same idea of wealth in your mind? All right. I've seen so many guys come into the Discord and leave saying, guys, that's it. I'm done with trading. See you later. Those are the guys that have stayed, that have come just to make money. If they haven't been successful at making money quick, they get out. Right? And then they go on to the next endeavor. This game will make you lose money before you start making it. That's the rule of business. That's how it works in all aspects of life. Yeah? Well, HUD, someone pays you for a skill that's useful for them. Okay? Someone pays you for a skill that is useful for them to realize a benefit in their way. Now you need to work on a skill that's useful to you so you can pay you. Yeah? That's how it works. You can't come into this game thinking you can't lose. Joe Silver, you played with Mr. Amarillo? No way. Yeah, you can't come into this game thinking that you can't lose. That's done. Hmm. 90 rule, yeah? This is it. Well, this is simple. Look, if you want to be a doctor, you can't become a doctor unless you pay to study medicine. You can't be a surgeon unless you pay to educate yourself. You can't be a trader unless you pay to educate yourself. And that doesn't mean courses, that means in experience. It means in experience. Conceptualize a concept, right? Take a concept in trading, all right? See if you can apply it, all right? Because even with the most basic strategy, you can still lose because the psychology is not there to compensate or, well, to complement it. You know? Trading only costs £2. You know what? If you're tempted to trade the weekends, guys, do something. Stay away from the charts, man. God, man, you lost 21k in a month. I envy you. I fucking envy you, bro. Remember, guys, make sure you go and subscribe to Mike Dutch. He does the after show for the Traders Reality podcast, right? You can go and chat with Mike there. I normally pop in there. I don't think it's on tonight, but make sure you do join that because it is quite eventful. You know, we have all sorts of guys coming on there. We had PC Shed on there. We'll start bringing more people on there. The podcast was only started just a week or so ago, so we're getting that grown. All right, so make sure you subscribe to that, guys. Happy days. Mike will be live tonight. Guys, Mike will be able to tell you about BitBuy, Bybit. I don't even know. And I'm being sincere when I say that, guys. I don't even get it right. Right? But he can tell you about grid trading. He can tell you about leverage. Mike is literally, when they came up with leverage, all right, and they released it to the public, Mike verified it. That's the best way for me to help you understand how Mike understands leverage. You know, go to that stream. He's going to give you the concepts of that. He'll help you understand leverage. Shit, I'll be going there as well so that I can understand leverage on Bybit. You know, or Femex or Binance. Man, Binance is tough. It's just a science. They have that stupid ass little quiz that say that you need to get 10 out of 10 and then they help you with the answers. What kind of shit is that? There you go. Mike Dutch's link is right there. Lady Crypto, you didn't have to do that, darling. There we go. Well done, lady, man. You're killing it. Well done. Here we go. Tokyo is open, guys. Let's go. Tokyo is open. Now, pay attention to the hour candle. It gets a little bit aggressive. It gets a bit aggressive. The start of a new hour candle and the final candle. So the final hour, just before a new hour candle opens, you'll see price get very aggressive. Now, just pay attention to what she's doing now, what Bitcoin's doing here. Let me bring Ethereum up as well. Get the hourly right there. See, Ethereum is recovering the red candle right there. You can see how she's slowly but surely progressively taking it. Here we go. There she is right there. Recovering the red candle. Bitcoin. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, Hong Kong in an hour. Tino on Binance topic, how to get dumb money. Yeah, start of the weekly candle always goes nuts. And it's the same with hourly as well, man. You should see the hourly. When I scalp, I always get my positions ready just before the start of a new hour candle and just before the final end of one as well. It's two different, they're effectively momentum candles. That's what they are. Dylan, if you're hungry, bro, go and treat yourself to the stream of the buffet stream. Yeah, that buffet stream is 3 months of videos, right? Go and watch them all. PC Shed did that. He watched all the streams. He visited every single night that I was live. And then he turns 12K to 100K, I think. And he's posted his profits in the Discord. So make sure you join the Discord if you want verification. All right, PC Shed is the protege of this system. All right, he has mastered this system, guys. All right, by just simply listening. And here's a spoiler alert as well. Fun fact: PC Shed didn't know how to trade. He had no idea about trading. He just understood it. Bang, grabbed it, off he goes. Happy days. Kudos to you, PC man. I'm so glad that happened for you. I'm so glad. Welcome to the game, GF. It is hard to decipher the live price on the screen. It's hard. They ain't going to make it easy. But if you have information behind you, understand where we are in the cycle, understand where we are in the pattern, you know, it kind of makes that decision easy for you. Yes, he can now teach us, which means it halves my streaming time because then he can stream as well. Yes, PC Shed. You've got to start talking about it now, man. Realize. You need help turning 100 into a 1K? There's a video on my YouTube channel on how to grow a small Forex account. That might help you. His happy days. You know what? Good. I'm glad it comes from there. I'll tell you what it comes from. It comes from wanting to understand, you know. PC Shed didn't come in it for the money. No chance. He wanted to understand something. And he understood it. The game is to be sold, not to be told. Nah, this has to be told, man. You have to help people, man. You know, what a better way to improve the economy. Help people make more money is spent. Happy days. You know, that makes sense, doesn't it? Don't suppress the economy by limiting what people can have. Help them make the money so they can go out and spend it. What about these stimulus checks? You know, they're giving it away. Why not give people a skill to continuously print money so that they can spend it? You know, why wouldn't you want to do that? Yes, you can apply the Forex video to crypto trading. Of course you can. Understand the principles of that video. Apply it to this. Guys, I'm teaching you, okay, Forex strategies in crypto. You know? No, but that's the rule. That's the law of economics, man. People need money to make money. People need to spend money to move money. All right? So when you buy something, it goes to a supplier, a manufacturer. That manufacturer then pays someone to make that shit. He then comes back home and he buys something. Yeah, if you give people the skill of knowing how to make money, you move money. Suppressing it ain't going to do nothing. Paying people a little amount means they're going to try and hold it. They ain't going to spend it. How can they reap anything? Teach them how to make money, then they're going to move money about. It's a simple concept. It's a standard principle in economics. You know? How do you get people to spend the money? Help them make it, because they're going to spend it. Yeah? Don't limit to what they can do. That's just my view, man. You know, the emperor, I believe it's Emperor Constantinople, made what did he do? He kept inflation at the same rate for about 150 years. Everything was fine. Why are we at high levels of inflation right now? It doesn't make sense. If you can do it back then, you can do it now. The principle is exactly the same. How do I trade all this money for hookers and cocaine? How do I trade all this money for hookers and cocaine? You know what, Imran? Risk management. They shouldn't call it risk management. They should call it survival. That's what they should do. If risk management is easy, you know, just don't risk too much money. Who takes that seriously? But if you see this trading game as an element of survival, you're going to take this seriously. Yeah? It's like Gary Vee said it. Yeah, when he was being challenged on why he swears so much, right? He simply turned around and said, if I turn around to you and tell you that I care about you, you'll be like, okay, that's fine. He's a nice guy. But if I turn around and say, I give a fuck about you, you're going to take that seriously. And you're going to say, he actually does care about me. You know? Same principle. It is survival. So I was looking into Market Cypher. Does that shit really work? Apparently so. Apparently so. You know, every strategy works. It's just how well you understand it and how you adopt it. You know, you can have a winning strategy applied by this two different people. All right? One wins off it, one loses off it. At the end of the day, it's all the psychology. It's interpretation of what you understand of the strategy. Yeah, but Solamsky, if they make more money so they don't want to spend it, if they know how to make it, then they ain't going to be thinking in the concept of lack. They know that they can make it again. That's why they spend it. That's why the rich stay rich, because they know that they're going to stay rich. They know they will stay rich. They use money that is generated from assets to buy the nice things. They don't use capital. They use profits on assets to buy things. Everyone should do that, you know? So where are we at right now? Okay. Right, looking at, they use profits on assets, yep. W pattern play out maybe. All right, guys, look. I'm gonna end the stream now. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. What I'm gonna do is, yeah, I'm gonna end the stream because I need to do a couple of things. Make sure you make your way to Mike Dutch's stream as well. All right, he can answer a few of the questions. There you go. The link's right there, guys. Make sure you join the actual channel itself is going to go live in a bit. All right, but I just want to thank everyone here. No worries. Listen, thank you so much. All right, make sure you understand the pattern. All right, understand it. The market makers, they move, their movements are obvious. If you are aware, if you train your eyes, then happy days, guys, you know. The two hardest things to determine in this strategy are the cycle and the level. All right? You understood this as a level, but this is the true level. How do you determine it? You look at the basis of the ADR and how long the consolidation is. Price is then confirmed at the 50-day moving average. It's now bouncing away from the 200-day. Are we at the dead, what is it? The golden cross? Now we're just, money's going to start coming in right now. Money should be coming in. Projection points, 57,942. That's what I anticipate, in my opinion. That's how it goes. That's not financial advice. Please trade cautiously and be aware that you are responsible for your decisions, man. If you can't take responsibility in this game, do not come to this field. Do not come into the arena if you're not happy to pick up the sword. All right? And you ain't happy to get stabbed either. That's the name of the game. Yeah? And link for Mike D's streams is right there. Just, it's right here. Yeah, it's somewhere here. It should be coming up. Do I believe in fundamentals? Do you think it's a new digital gold? Do you believe in some years it will take over gold? Vasilis, it's all opinion. You know, people that, you know, if they believe that Bitcoin is going to overtake gold, well, keep pumping money into Bitcoin and that will probably happen. Yeah? We could have the same conversation about Ethereum. Keep pumping money into Ethereum. It could be exactly the same thing. At the end of the day, cryptocurrency is an idea and it's an opinion. All right? Get enough people to adopt it. And on top of that, you got the technology to back it. What can I say? What has fiat done? All right? The only utility that fiat has, okay, is value. That's it. The value of it. That's all it's got. Bitcoin has value. It has utility. It makes life easier. Well, these are things that you could apply to fiat too as well, but I'm talking as a concept. Bitcoin itself, it's a currency and it comes with all the perks that a currency brings. All right. But the idea of cryptocurrency itself brings a whole new way of doing things. If anything, it makes life easier. All right. Technologically and economically. That's my opinion. Bitcoin, you are doing very good numbers this evening. I'm liking this pattern that you're playing out, showing us good strength at the 50-day moving average. Will the pattern play out? Will we see the M5? That's the projection, the range daily high. Will we see it? Who knows? Are we in the Monday false move week beginning? Maybe. Who knows if they're going to continue out of the zone? We've passed the true psychological area here. They've kept that zone relatively small. What does that tell us? That they don't want to favor, they don't favor lower prices? Who knows? Remember, always have doubt in the back of your mind, because you'll always be rational with your decisions. You won't be irrational. Market maker wants you to become irrational. He wants you to just quickly get in. He moves the market in 3 pushes. 1, 2, 3. Happy days. You're in. Then what does he do? Snap, bang, brings it back. Oh, gotcha. He's got you there. Yeah? That's how he does it. Bitcoin value is electricity. Do I agree? Bitcoin value, oxygen. Do I agree? That's how it's going. You know? Yeah, store of value. Look, guys, like I said to you, Bitcoin is cryptocurrency is like, how can I put it to you? It's an idea. That's all it is. And it's about how many people can adopt it. And at the same time, Bitcoin itself, I mean, Ethereum, the blockchain, look at the shit. People are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars for NFTs. Like, let's be honest now. The only artwork that is worthy of millions of dollars is, the art that you see in galleries. But now you're getting little emojis that are selling for millions, well, not millions, but hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, come on. Let's look at the grand scheme of things. The Sunday low, the advanced entry. No, it's not. Is that art really? Yeah, this is it. Is that art really worth millions? Like I said, idea. It's the idea that's attached to it. That's how they value it. It's the idea that is attached to it. Yeah, post nostalgia. Listen, I'll tell you what I see. All right, here's a pattern. Follow it. That's the thing. That's all I can say to you. What is Ethereum doing? Ethereum's just doing her thing. Notice how quiet it is, like nothing's happening. Yeah, there's no real price movement right now. They're just coming out of the 50-day. They could hold this zone and just go up and down all night, So we will know tomorrow morning. Okay, guys, listen. Why don't I create an NFT and sell it for 100K? I'll create an NFT and sell it for 100K. Happy days. All right, and guys, listen, I'll leave you to it. Thank you so much for passing through, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the stream. All right, make sure you subscribe if you haven't so you can tune in for more. All right? Yeah, I do need to go. But the way I do it is I say bye like 5-6 times before I actually go. So now I'm actually going to go. All right? Guys, mad love to all of you, yeah? Take it easy, guys. See you in a bit.